Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. The crew may be getting ready to steal from a bank, but a certain someone has stolen my heart. Hello everyone, welcome to Still Got Legs, the only Doctor Who Rewatch podcast in the world. There are no others that exist because they were all locked away in a bank for billionaires so they can hoard their podcasts like they do their wealth, their property, and remember, they all deserve a fucking bullet in their heads. My name is Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful companion as we go on this fantastic journey through time and space and rewatch all of Doctor Who. Hello, Lawrence.
Hello, Nathan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm waiting for it. Are you going to do it on the show or are you going to save it for outside of the show?
Do what?
You know what you were doing.
I'm genuinely confused.
I've had a haircut and Nathan kept bringing it up.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention that on the show.
Well, I don't know.
You brought this. All right, whatever happens next is completely on you, okay?
No, I didn't give you an opportunity.
You brought this into the show, okay? I did no such thing, all right?
All right. I had a haircut. Nathan doesn't like it.
I didn't even say that, all right? I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to move on entirely.
All right, fine. I'm happy. I'm more than happy with this.
Are you? Because you brought it up, so it sounds like you really want to talk about your fucking haircut.
No, I don't want to talk about it at all. I'm just saying you had a lot to say before we started recording.
Yeah, I did. But now we're in the podcast, so I'm not going to talk about that.
You're shielding it. You're shielding your true nature.
Sounds like you really want to discuss how...
I don't want to discuss it.
Sounds like there's nothing you want to talk about more than your haircut and how I don't like it and how that deeply upsets you.
It doesn't upset me.
Then why did you so desperately bring it up?
I was trying to get ahead of it.
And why do you keep bringing it up and wanting to talk about it?
I was trying to get ahead of it, so I was in control. I wanted to be in control of this.
And how'd that work out for you?
It didn't go well. It didn't go well at all.
Yeah, okay. What do you think of my intro?
Yeah, it was all right. I didn't mind it. I don't have strong opinions on your intro.
You should fucking kill.
I liked it. I laughed. It will be in the recording. You can hear it for yourself.
I heard it then.
We didn't blow my socks off, but it was good. I enjoyed it. What are you doing? Nathan's undoing Tupperware. What is this? What have you got?
Mango.
It's such a chewy fruit to eat on a podcast.
It's not a chewy fruit.
Yeah, it is. You got to chomp down on a bit of mango.
You don't.
Yeah, you do. You're not just gliding through it.
You can.
Show me. Well, I can't see inside of your mouth, so admittedly, you could be lying.
Well, it's gone.
You might have swallowed it whole. I don't know.
I did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can do that.
Yeah, but then we're going to get swallowing sounds, aren't we? Then we're going to hear just like gross inside the mouth swallowing noises from your mic.
All right, cut them out.
I'm not always cutting them out. Stop eating on the podcast is the more reasonable thing to do, isn't it?
Why are you trying to kill me?
I'm not trying to kill you. I love you.
I'm
deeply.
always trying to have a little snack to sustain my life on the podcast, and you're always trying to get me to stop.
I'm saying of the 2 hours of the day where you shouldn't have eaten something, that it was these 2 hours. We pushed this back so that you could have dinner, by the way.
Yeah, but I didn't, did I?
You didn't, so I've just been waiting to do this for an hour.
No, it was a whole thing, all right?
It was a whole thing. All right.
It was a whole thing.
Like a mango that you have to cut through.
Yeah, but I didn't because I just bought a bag of frozen mango chunks.
Oh, I like a bit of frozen fruit from time to time.
Lawrence, we are here to talk about something else. But before that, we have an announcement to make.
Another Happy Pod is back.
And Still Got Legs is cancelled.
We've done an Uno reverse.
No. What are we doing? I don't know how to do this.
You pass this off quick.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this.
We're very happy.
Hey.
What?
Give us some money.
No, don't do it.
Give us some money.
The announcement that we want to make is that we have been working behind the scenes, as I think we've mentioned in the Discord a few times, like here and there. And we asked for some people's input a while back as well. We're setting up a Patreon to launch on the 1st of March. It's going to have a couple of things in it.
What are they?
Well, I'll tell you.
You don't know.
I do. I brought them to you. What do you mean I don't know?
You don't know.
I brought them up.
Yeah, but I made and finalized all the designs and graphics and everything.
That doesn't mean you came up with it.
Okay, first of all, when you say came up with it, did you mean look through what was said on Discord and then go, oh yeah, that looks all right?
No, I curated and I tweaked here and there.
Yeah, all right. It was all Lawrence. Lawrence did everything, okay?
Can we get through it before we bicker
Lawrence
about
did everything. Lawrence did everything and I did nothing.
I never said this.
Right.
Nathan made a fun piece of art, which I'm actually very excited for people to see.
Yeah, that's right. All I did was make a fun piece of art.
Oh, give off. Stop crying. Can I say what it is now, please? Not the art, the thing.
Yeah, if you remember.
Thank you. I remember because I said it, because it was my thing. All right? Solely my thing. Look, what it is, we are bringing you 2 extra things as the main kind of aspects of the Patreon. So per month, you'll receive, obviously, an episode of Still Got Legs if you sign up. And you'll also...
No.
As well as, like...
Okay, you fucked this already, all right? Let me be clear. Still Got Legs has not been locked behind the Patreon, okay? You do not need to sign up to the Patreon to receive an episode of Still Got Legs every week. That will still happen regardless.
My half is going to be paywalled. So you can listen to Nathan's without me.
Nothing that's already given off. You fucked this royally, all right?
But you're going to get a user-voted Doctor Who commentary, so an episode of Doctor Who.
What's happening is there's a bonus podcast, okay?
Yes.
There's a bonus podcast which will have 2 episodes per month.
Yes.
Okay? This is a much easier way to say it, isn't it? One of which...
Maybe.
Well, it's almost like I haven't written it down.
Then why the fuck did you ever give it to me?
I didn't. You stole it.
Oh, liars.
One of which is a commentary on an episode that is voted on by you guys, or, well, if you join up, it is. So you can
hopefully
choose which episode that we do a commentary on, and then the other one will just be a random topic conversation, free-flowing style episode in our usual style. So probably lots of tangents, lots of arguing, lots of stuff. What kind of topics can we be discussing, Lawrence?
Well, without the list in front of me, it would be kind of silly things like what Doctor could we beat up in a fight? It would be our favourite almost companions. It's basically stuff like that, kind of like off-slice things in Doctor Who that we want to discuss. Favourite TARDISes, favourite Sonics, favourite episodes from certain seasons, that kind of stuff, basically.
Maybe some ranked stuff. We also think like it could be fun sometimes to just like, I don't know, watch an episode of fucking Primeval and then talk about that, okay?
Yeah.
Give me anything. It's going to be very loose, very not structured, really. So,
because Still Got Legs is famously very rigid and we never go off topic or tangent at all.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the name of that bonus podcast is Still Got Legs, but the S in legs has a $sign because you pay money for it. So, and that's the full name of the podcast, by the way.
I really like it.
Yeah. What else did they get?
So also, as well as like weekly bonuses, including in the weekly bonuses, you get our notes.
Weekly bonuses?
Well, I didn't pull up the list. Let me pull up the list.
Okay.
I wasn't ready to discuss this at length. So every week, you will get notes uploaded as PDFs. So both Nathan and I's notes, which we famously bicker on who writes better notes. So you can have your say on that, I guess. Some Discord badges. Is that what we landed on?
Yeah.
I haven't got the final list. I just had the ideas list.
What did I was just saying you it.
All right, send me it.
I have.
Oh,
I have.
Well, I'm not checking my phone, all right? Right, what you can expect each week is an exclusive Discord badge, and...
You can expect that each week, can you? You fucked this bad.
How do you want me to say this? This is not written in a straightforward format.
It is. It is written in a straightforward format.
No, because you asked me what they can get weekly.
No, I didn't. You added that. I had, what else can they get? And you went, right, so part of your weekly bonuses, you are the only cunt who said weekly.
I have to think that's not true, but I will check when I'm editing.
You fucking can, all right?
All right,
you are the only cunt who said weekly. All right.
Hello. Yeah, I'm editing. You already know this. I said the weekly thing. It's true. I fucked it up. Sorry.
What else do they get then?
You'll also get an exclusive badge in the Discord, as designed by Pierce. I looked over it the other week. It looks quite sexual. You can flex your wealth on the other POV cunts in there. All right, let everyone know that you paid money, so you're a better fan than they are. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if I feel comfortable about that.
Yes. Did you do the notes one?
I did the notes one, but Nathan, I don't know if you're aware of this. Right.
I am aware.
But after 6 months, is it true that they receive something?
It is, yes. After 6 months, we will send you out a free and exclusive Still Got Legs mug.
Ooh.
It's free if you don't think about the 6 months worth of membership fees that you already spent on it. But like, you'll get that after 6 months. By the way, if you like stop at like month 4, you fucked it. You've shit out, all right? No mug for you.
No fucking mug for you. You're the mug.
Even if you join again, you have to wait another 6 months from that point. Okay?
The clock is reset, bitch.
The clock is reset, bitch. So that's your fault, okay? So fuck you, you cunt. You get that after 6 months. I'm still figuring that out. I've still got to figure out, like, what company and everything. There's a whole lot of shit I need to figure that out with. So that's why I've said 6 months as well, to give me some time to figure that out.
I was going to say, you got 7 months from today to sort this out.
All right, I can figure that out. And also you'll get an on-air thank you / shout out. Still kind of figuring out the logistics of this, if it will be like, if we'll do it per episode with like the whole shout out list, or if we'll go through a selection each week and try kind of do something with it. We're not 100% sure, but there will be some sort of thank you crediting system on the episodes, as well as in the episode notes as well.
There will indeed. Also, with the tier stuff, we spoke about this for a while.
No tiers.
Yeah, there's no tiers. It's
No
just
tiers.
you pay it, you're in.
So stop fucking crying. No tiers. All right.
Yeah, there's no tiers, and the cost works out to, well, in UK currency at least, £5 per month, which we think is fairly reasonable.
I didn't sign up on that.
Yes, you did. It's on your art that you made.
£50.
No.
At least.
Nathan, we have to get people to sign up. No one's going to sign up for that.
I missed a zero. No. All right, £5 per month.
Yeah.
You get them up. But that's like, Patreon will add some shit onto that. They'll add like their little fucking slice. All right. So don't you worry. But yeah, £5 a month, whatever it is in your currency. I don't know. Join it or don't. I'm not your mum.
Yeah, this is the thing. We're sat there like, you know, you can join it if you want. No one is forcing you to. We're not going to be like, oh, what the hell? No one's joined or whatever. Like these episodes, again, as I always say every week, will still be free forever. We're still going to be putting out Still Got Legs, so that's fine.
For now.
For now, yeah, until I paywall my half of the episode, like I said.
That won't be happening.
Speaking of Still Got Legs, Nathan, should we do it?
No. There was something else I needed to mention with this. Oh, yes. This is also a starting point as well, okay? Like, the things can and will be added with time. I know some people were requesting an ad-free feed, and we did discuss it, but straight up, just being honest with you, we would lose money on that if we did that. And the amount of money that we would lose at this point most likely wouldn't be offset with the Patreon. So, like, at some point, that's definitely a possibility, just not necessarily for now, just being honest.
Yeah. If you're like, how is that possible? Because we'd be paying money. It's because the ads also pay us money, and you wouldn't be listening on that feed anymore, which means we wouldn't get the money from you listening to those annoying ads that you have to listen to every week.
Yeah, that's right.
Full transparent. This might be the most brutally honest and argumentative Patreon announcement of all time.
No, you don't have to fucking sign up, all right?
Yeah. In fact, don't.
Yeah, fuck it. We're not doing it.
No, we'll do it, but you're just not allowed to. It's not for you.
Yeah, I'm blocking you from signing up, you cunt. No, good on you. Yeah, so that's coming out March the 1st. Sign up because Lawrence is having a baby, and that baby needs milk or something.
That's what it's for. That's what we should call the tier. Sign up because Lawrence's baby needs milk.
Tier is called Companion.
That is a great name.
You're a companion of the show, okay?
But you call me a companion. Is that you putting me on the same level as everyone else?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm above everyone.
No, only I am above everyone. Okay. I'm the only one who's above everyone.
Oh, also worth mentioning, by the way, when you sign up on the 1st, it won't be like started from then. We're going to have like a like probably about 2 weeks worth of stuff on there, or like at least a month. So you'll have at least access to 2 extra things when you sign up on the day.
But no, there should be a whole month's worth. They should have the 2 episodes, the notes and everything like that.
Oh yeah, and we're saving our notes from today, aren't we? So they're going to be up there as well.
Yeah.
You said that like, oh, Nathan hasn't made any goddamn fucking notes.
No, I have, but it's just... Well, you'll see if you sign up.
Yeah, if you want to know what this joke is.
If you want to know what I've written on my notes, then you'll see. You'll have to sign up to see. And also, if anyone starts sharing shit in the Discord, all right, you're banned, all right?
Yeah.
No fucking, you can't give this away for free.
We won't ban you from the Patreon because the money is there, but we'll ban you from the Discord.
No, but, oh, yeah, good
Yeah, we got to have the money.
Yeah. No, we'll figure it out, all right?
We'll tell you off. We'll give you a stern word.
Yeah, I'll give you a stern warning. Anyway, that's that, I guess.
That is that. Yeah, sign up if you fancy it. If you don't, that is completely fine.
Patreon.com/stillgotlegs. Maybe. Probably isn't up and running yet, though, so...
Oh, worth mentioning as well, we're probably going to scrap the Ko-Fi as well. Like, no more giving us money for nothing.
Yeah, probably.
We'll give you some in for money. That's how we do it these days.
Yeah. And hey, if you want a free gifted membership to Patreon, let me know.
Hang on.
I'll see what I can do.
What does that mean?
I know a guy. Right?
Is it you?
Yeah, it's me.
What? Essentially, you're taking money out of your own pocket and burning it. Why would you do this?
Marketing, Lawrence. It's marketing. Right?
Oh, I see. I'll see what I can do. I can't do it this week, guys. I'm sorry. You're going to have to sign up.
You got to get them interested, right?
Oh, speaking of interested, Nathan, another great segue for you. I'm interested in what we're talking about this week.
Well, that is lovely, Lawrence, because we're talking about your shit haircut. No, we're actually talking about Doctor Who episode 108. Whoa. And it is season 8, episode 4, written by the two Stephens themselves, Stephen Thompson and Stephen Moffat, directed by Douglas McKinnon. It is, of course, Time Heist. Ooh.
Is either one of those a Stephen with a P-H-E-N?
Yes, that would be Stephen Thompson.
What's your preferred Stephen?
Moffat.
No, but like V-E-N or P-H-E-N?
V-E-N I'll have to go with.
Yeah, because it's not bullshitting you about what it is. Stephen, not Stephen.
This is a bold direction to go in, Lawrence.
Oh, shit. All right. No, technically I'm still right, because that would be Lawrence. And those people suck. If you're Lawrence, you should straight up die.
And what would Lawrence be?
No, it wouldn't be Lawrence. It'd be Lawrence. You're not saying it with the right accent.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Seems like it would be Lawrence to me.
No, it wouldn't be.
Are you sure about that?
No, it's just... Shut up.
All right.
Lovely stuff. Nathan, what do you think about this episode, Time Heist?
I think I would love to know what you think of this episode.
I think this is pretty fun. I think this is like a pretty fun episode. It's nothing like fucking mind-blowing or whatever, but it is a good, fun watch. It's a fun little genre parody, which I like it when Doctor Who dips their toe into that. It's got great side characters. I love to see Jonathan Bailey, and it's got one of like the coolest little Doctor Who monster designs we've seen in a while. But are they really a monster, Nathan, or are they just, unfairly enslaved?
The billionaires are real monsters.
Well, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but
Yes, is the answer.
So that's what I think. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time. What do you think?
I saw Clara in a suit, and then the rest of the episode happened, all right? And I blacked out, so I think it was good.
Yeah, the rest of your notes is just an amalgamated list of random letters appearing because you were just falling asleep onto your keyboard because nothing would compare to Clara going forward.
Maybe I'll have to sign up for the Patreon. So.
Yeah, there's only one way to know. But you like this episode. We both like Clara's suit, all right? And that's all I'll say on it before you start attacking me.
Yeah, you want to calm down, all right? You stop being seedy over there, all right?
It's a nice suit.
Yay! Rein it in, all right?
Sorry.
I do like the episode. I think it is a good bit of fun. It's fun with an F, not a TH.
Would you prefer fun with an N or a TH, Nathan?
I would prefer you to shut the fuck up, all right? I think it's a great episode. It's a good bit of fun. It's a fun heist, We're doing an actual heist with time travel and shenanigans. There's some fun callbacks. There's some good, fun little moments. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's a good time.
It is a good time. And with that being said, let's get straight into it, Nathan. You spin me right round, baby. Right round.
I'm not a washing machine.
Yeah, I hoped you would get it. I did. What do you think of that little opening shot? Very fun.
Very fun. The Doctor just looking into a washing machine as it all spins around. It's good stuff.
He's got a proper serious face on, like an inquisitive, like, what is this contraption? Why is it spinning?
I think he knows what a washing machine is.
No, he does, but like, you know what I mean? It's just a fun little... He's inquisitive.
Yeah.
He wants to pull it apart and take a look at it.
He's in Clara's flat.
He is in Clara's flat.
She's getting ready for a date, it seems.
How much downtime do you think he just spends in Clara's flat while she's getting ready to do something that doesn't involve him?
Quite a bit, it seems like.
Yeah.
My hands are all covered in mango juice.
Well, dude, you've got yourself to blame with your mango hands.
I know, I'm just going to wipe them now. All right? It's not that big of an issue.
What have you got to wipe them with? Are you a tea towel man, or are you like
a tea towel. What? What would I have?
Well, you could have a little kitchen roll.
What? In my office?
I don't know. You might have if you're eating in your office.
Oh, I am regularly.
I know you have an office mayo, so I thought you might have an office kitchen roll.
Have I got any office? I think I'm out of my office mayo.
I've
got my office salt, of course.
Yeah.
And I've got an office just a whole bottle of Nando's
Your office is more kitted out than my fridge.
Just a whole bottle of Nando's medium peri peri sauce.
But is that a substitute for mayo though, or are you missing the mayo? You need to get shopping.
I do. No, I don't have any mayo currently. Yeah, I need to get some mayo.
Sign up for the Patreon, folks. Nathan needs his office mayo.
I know. Okay. My sandwiches are criminally dry at the moment.
Every now and again we go off on a tangent and I think to myself, is this the dumbest podcast ever?
Yeah.
It might just be.
And I sign up to that Patreon. Yeah, what is going on then?
So he's kind of like trying to convince Clara to go somewhere else. He's like, we could go to this place, this moon or whatever. And then he lists Brighton as somewhere he just wants to go, which is quite nice.
Satanic Nebula, the Lagoon of Lost Stars, or we could go to Brighton. You know, 3 good options.
But she's not having any of it.
No. She's got plans, she sees. Well, we get a fun little flashback or cut forward. Flashback, yeah. To I guess earlier in the day, to Danny laying down some Yoda riz, as it were.
So weird. Why does he talk like this?
I think he's just a bit of an idiot, really, isn't he?
He's obviously nervous, yeah, but we've heard him speak. Like, he spoke to Clara before. He's already done a whole date with Clara, and he could speak not like Yoda. It was just very weird.
Yeah, but we know that he's not exactly very smooth, is he?
No, true. He has criminally horrendous riz, yeah.
He's just like me, for real. Horrible riz.
Are you busting out Yoda riz, though? Is it that bad?
Look, no. All right, I can manage to maintain English, like as well as sometimes. I guess my words can get flustered and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Give us an example of the kind of riz you might dish out.
Okay.
Pretend I'm someone you would like to seduce.
Oh no! But you got a bad haircut.
Oh no! Come on, pretend I'm someone with a good haircut that you'd like to seduce.
What do I do?
I'm at a bar.
Well, you see this. I'm not going to bars, man.
I'm in your office.
Would you like some Nando's peri peri medium sauce?
I'm actually more of a mayo person. What do you think? No. You're shit out of luck.
This is the one thing I didn't want to happen.
I knew I should have gone to the shops.
Oh, curses.
It's a fun little insert. He's not quite mastered how to talk to Clara just yet, but I do like it. I do think I know you have your issues with Danny Pink, and we're yet to get to the reason why. I would imagine
they'll come up.
I'm sure it will. Mm-hmm. But I am enjoying their it's a slow burn. We're 5 episodes in and they're still at this kind of early talking phase, which I think is quite sweet.
I think they're past the talking phase. They're in the full clear on dating phase now.
Yeah, but you don't get this flustered about someone that you're comfortable around fully.
No, but they're doing kisses. They're doing kisses in the school.
Well, they're almost doing kisses, but then they get caught.
Well, they are doing kisses, but then they have to stop.
I thought they were
They don't do a kiss,
Yes.
but what I'm saying is that, but they're clearly at the point where they're doing kisses, though.
Oh, this is not the first kiss.
Yes, this was not the first kiss. We've seen them kiss. We saw them kiss last week, I believe.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
I don't know. I erased it from my mind. It weren't me.
Back off, all right? I don't like this color on you.
Did you ever have teachers at school that were obviously like fucking?
Yes. So there was a dance teacher, Miss, can't remember her last name, and a art
But you'd
teacher.
say it if you could, right? Surely?
Yes, and I also can't remember his name as well. But then I remember it was always like a rumor that they were dating because they were quite like, like close and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
And then like that rumor started when we was in like year 7, year 8 or whatever. And then by the time I was in year 10, her last name had changed to his last name as well. So turned out it was true.
A romance for the ages.
Indeed. Yeah.
I had the disgraced version of that where the head of PE at my school was obviously having an affair with his partner, who was my media teacher. And my media teacher was pregnant. And this guy was obviously, the head of PE was obviously having an affair with my form tutor, who was a drama teacher. So it was like an in-school big old blowout situation. Like it was the pregnant woman was left for a teacher that was in the school by the head of PE, and they were all directly involved within my year group. So that was made for some fun assemblies.
That is pretty wild. I can beat it though.
Yeah.
We did have a drama teacher who was, I assume, fired because they never showed up again for sleeping with a student.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That's the kind of thing that, like, when you're at school, you're like, legend. And then you leave school, you're like, oh, you were abused. That's awful news.
At the time, we was like, that's not all right. That's...
Oh, really?
That's...
You were more mature than me at school then.
Yeah, that's not great. It was a male drama teacher and a female student.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it like sixth form, or was it like...
Year 11.
Oh dear.
We did have a sixth form at our school. At the time, there is now, but at the time there wasn't.
That's horrendous. We should move on. That's horrendous.
That is... Yep.
Anyway, sign up for that Patreon.
Sign up for that Patreon.
I do like, there's a couple of moments where the doctor can't understand why Clara's face is coloured in, or why she's wearing high heels. I always like it. This is a recurring thing, I'd imagine, with the 12th Doctor and Clara. You just can't fathom her dressing up for something.
It's not necessarily that he can't fathom it. It's more that he can't see it, really. He can't, like, she's made up and stuff and is looking great, and he just can't see it. She just always looks the same.
Yeah. It's like, this is just Clara. It's how Clara looks sometimes.
Yeah.
This time she looks weirdly different.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
I do like it. So she's off on her way out. She's like, sorry, doctor, not today, whatever. She's wearing her high heels. The doctor reckons it's because she might need to reach a shelf. Which I like. She's like, I'm running late. And he's like, what, for a shelf? But as she's leaving, the TARDIS phone rings.
Ooh. Ring, 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 ring. Who could it be?
Who could it be? It could be, well, technically, it could be a few people, because the doctor does say there's very few people that do have that number. One of them being the first person, the woman in the shop that gave Clara the number of the doctor way back when.
That's true. That's one particular option.
Do we know who that is?
The other one is Clara. No, we don't. Well, I do.
I think I know now.
You don't.
The season twist is leading up to something.
You don't.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, Clara doesn't want the doctor to answer the phone, basically.
I love the way the doctor says, "It's just a phone, Clara." I don't know why. I've always loved it.
It is a fun line delivery. I think it's because of what comes next.
Yeah, it's great. He grabs the phone and then just immediately starts screaming as he holds a memory worm instead, which is, I think it's a good transition, really.
It really looks good.
The way it is quite a jarring cut, intentionally so, really. And yeah, it's quite good.
It's a completely, like, it's not just the visuals that are different. It's the tone is completely, like, from him going from his ultra calm demeanor to then just screaming, holding a worm. I love the memory worms, and they're back.
They are back, yes.
What a fun little thing that is just... Do they come back, like, quite a lot throughout this, or is it just a couple of times?
No, I think this is probably the last we'll see of them.
Oh, just Doctor Who makes something come back more than once. Challenge impossible.
That's not true.
I'm still holding out for the Slitheen. I want the Slitheen back again.
In this episode?
Yeah, they're not though, are they? We know.
No.
Shut up.
There's a picture of one of them. There's a picture on a wall. All right.
And it's like pretty much concealed by Jonathan Bailey's arm as well. Like it's barely there.
Yeah.
No, it's a great hard cut. And obviously we know what a memory worm is. They've obviously something has happened that we have not been privy to, but it is fun how it immediately kind of drops them in the deep end. Jonathan Bailey's here. What do you think about Jonathan Bailey?
I don't know anything about Jonathan Bailey. I feel like the whole fucking world is obsessed with Jonathan Bailey, and I don't know who this cunt is.
You've seen him in Broadchurch.
All right, great. And the reporter from season 1 and possibly 2 of Broadchurch was such a memorable, huge character. All right? So much so that I know the actor and worship him for all that he does.
Look,
all right?
He's in Wicked. You like Wicked?
I know he's in Wicked, and this is where everyone's like, oh, Jonathan Bailey, he's in Wicked. And I'm like, oh, great. Well, what else has he been in? I haven't seen Wicked yet. This was at the time. I have seen it now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't know this cunt. And he's in, apparently he's in Bridgerton or something.
He is in Bridgerton. Oh, don't it? Oh, apparently I've heard down the grapevine he's in Bridgerton. You know he's in Bridgerton. We've spoken about Bridgerton.
Yeah, but I don't watch Bridgerton.
Yeah, but you know he's in it, and he's good in it. You should watch Bridgerton. I say this all the time to you.
I never will.
You'd enjoy it, man. It's nice. It's a bit cheeky. It's got some sexy business going on.
I don't think I'd enjoy Bridgerton.
Why?
Because it just doesn't seem like it's for me at all.
But what's not for you?
Does it have Claire Foy?
No.
Then I'm not interested.
Well, this episode of Doctor Who doesn't have Claire Foy, and I know you like this.
No, but it's got Jenna Coleman.
Oh, so you're a pervert then. You need a seedy woman to look at. Is that what you're saying?
A seedy woman?
You're a seedy man.
No, you fucked it.
Oh, all right. The point still stands.
And you've got a shit haircut.
No, for fuck's sake. Right, the point stands. Are you one of them people that's mad at Jonathan Bailey because the world knows who he is and you don't know?
No, I have no strong opinions on Jonathan Bailey, all right? What I'm mad at is when people like you go, oh, Jonathan Bailey's in this, isn't Jonathan Bailey great? I'm like, I don't know who Jonathan Bailey fucking is.
All right, sorry, I will rewind the clock to Dougray motherfucking Scott, a.k.a. not Wolverine.
That was not Wolverine, all right?
All right.
That dude didn't play Wolverine. Okay?
I'm getting the phrase hypocritical comes to mind.
He wore a denim suit in Mission Impossible 2 because he didn't play Wolverine, all right?
This is outrageous behavior.
That's a big deal. Everyone knows that.
Jonathan Bailey's he's becoming something of a national treasure, I think.
Name 4 things he's in.
I can't name 4. I can name 3.
Okay, exactly.
That doesn't. I can't name.
Why is he becoming a national? What's so great about him?
He's because he's great, man. He's a friendly face. He's a great charismatic bloke. He tells funny stories on chat shows. Like he's got the whole package, man. He's a showman. He's got buckets of charisma.
Chat shows are fake.
Yeah, I know they are, but it's still a skill to be on them and be good at them, isn't it?
They're all pre-written. They're all pre-written. The jokes are all rehearsed. All right,
I know this. I'm just saying, you still have to pretend to be good on them, and I think he's great. You would really like, if you watch Bridgerton, you'd really give it a chance. I don't like season 1 as much as I like season 2. Season 2 is his season, and he's phenomenal in it.
Who's in it?
Who is in it? We've got Jonathan Bailey, obviously. I can't remember the name of the lady that plays Kate, who's his main thing. Phoebe Denver, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's in the first season. She's quite good. Something Reggie Page, someone.
You're just clutching at names you can't even pronounce it.
Yeah, I'm not entirely. I don't know all the names of all the cast, but that doesn't mean it's not a good TV show.
Doesn't sound good, really, considering you can't think of a single person who's in it.
But that doesn't mean anything.
Well,
it doesn't.
What's it about?
It's like a weird kind of almost fantastical-esque version of this, like heightened, cheesy version of old-timey England, right? And they're all going to balls, and they're all like, oh, we're promenading around the square, and we're all like,
you're making this sound fucking irresistible.
It's look, I'm not doing it justice, but it is good. It's good drama. It's really engaging telly. I actually, and this won't do it any more justice, I think the 3rd season is a bit crap, but season 2 is one of the best seasons of TV I've seen.
Well, I'll never watch it.
Every season goes through it's a whole family, and there's like fucking 20 of the cunts, and every season is devoted to that family member like settling down and getting married or finding a wife or a husband, and it's great.
Well, that's boring then. You just know what's going to happen every season, don't you?
Yeah, but you do. But like, it still is good, and it's varied in how it gets there.
Sounds long.
You'd enjoy it. I still think you'd enjoy it. Maybe we'll watch one on our Patreon.
I don't think we will.
Anyway, so Jonathan Bailey's here. Someone else is here too. I don't know this person. And Jonathan Bailey's a robot man or an augmented human or something, he calls himself.
Yeah, he's a little cyborg, not like Banacafalata.
No.
Like
a different kind of cyborg.
Yeah, not the proud kind.
No. And there's a lady here as well, and she's a mutant or something. She's got like special powers. We don't find out necessarily what. Well, she calls herself that.
No, she doesn't.
She literally calls herself a mutant something. Not something. She calls herself a mutant.
Oh, yeah, she does. She does call us. Fair enough. All right, never mind.
That mango's tasting a lot like humble pie right now.
You should have your humble pie, all right?
So they don't know why they're there, but they know that they've all agreed to have their memories wiped because we can hear them on recordings basically being like, I'm the Doctor and this is great by me. And Clara's like, I don't want to touch this worm, but I'm also fine with this.
I'm the Doctor, a Time Lord from Gallifrey. I agree to this memory wipe of my own free will. I'm Clara Oswald, a human. I've agreed to this memory wipe of my own free will.
That was a good script read there. Thanks for that. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. You're welcome.
Big old sting time.
Anyway, here's an ad.
Ooh.
Well done. We're back to the ad, everyone. So they got to rob a bank.
Yes.
A screen pops up. A video plays and it's like, there's some cunt who's there like,
you have to rob the Bank of Carabraxos.
Aggressive American accent on this voice.
This is a recorded message. I am the architect. Your last memory is of receiving a contact from an unknown agency. Me. Everything since has been erased from your minds. Now, I'm bored.
Hey, it's a bloke in a hoodie. Or someone in a hoodie. Who?
He's got a hood on.
Yeah, we can't see who it is. At this point in the episode, my notes read, some cunt in a hoodie tells them they've got to rob a bank.
Yeah, but they're already in the bank.
Well, yeah. So this is what I like about this, right? This episode really kind of throws you in the deep end because it sets this whole thing up as like, this bank is a bank for the super rich. All movement is tracked. All air consumption is tracked. Like you couldn't sneak someone in here if you tried. DNA authentication is needed at every single step, right? There's a lock that moves its particles around, so it's literally like unbreakable. And then immediately you hear some thumping of security guards at the door, and it turns out this room that they're in is the bank. And I think it's so good for like ramping the episode up.
It's very intense. It really does a good job of dropping you right in the middle of the action and getting you very excited about it. The whole deal of like, who doesn't love a good what happened? I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Who doesn't love a good
I just turned into the Joker for a second. Who doesn't love a good heist movie? Yeah. Right? Like, you put together a crew, you do a big job, all that sort of fun stuff. That's good stuff. And then here we are just being dropped in the middle of the action of one. It's intriguing. And not only that, it would be dropped in the middle of one and immediately we've been caught. They're going like, hey, we're gonna kill you, open up now or whatever,
I think they said something, I might have misheard it, but they go like, we don't want to hurt you before we disintegrate you or something, which I just thought was quite funny. So they are proper thrown into the deep end. Something happens. Jonathan Bailey downloads a case or something, and we see some Matrix symbols in his eye.
Yeah, he's got Matrix symbols because he's a robot boy.
Yeah, he is This comes up a few times. Jonathan Bailey often is like opening doors with his head or whatever.
Yeah, he's always downloading shit into his mind and been a robot boy.
Yeah.
Right?
We're just calling him a robot boy.
I'm just going to call him the robot boy, all right? There's robot boy, there's shape-changing girl, there's Doctor and Clara.
Yeah, we know them too.
Yeah, we know them too.
We remember their names.
Yeah, Doctor and Clara.
So they I don't know, they're fucking, he downloads the case or whatever, right? And we cut away.
Yeah, so Robot Boy downloads the case, and then also in the case as well, there was like DNA. There was like a vial sample of DNA or whatever. So shape-changing girl takes DNA and then turns into some old man. Right?
In a fetching suit.
A fetching suit. So she's now an old man, and then they all walk into the bank in a very good shot, which I enjoy. Just the
Yeah.
the crew walking onto the scene shot. It's very good.
It
isn't
looks cool as hell, right?
Yeah.
And I do appreciate that this episode throughout it, right? It leans into a lot of like heist movie tropes. You've got the cool kind of music. You've got like
Yes.
when they're planning stuff. You've got weird transitions.
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like obviously with this slow-mo stuff, it's aesthetically it's very nice. And I think like it does a good job of Doctor Who has famously had the problem over the years, and as we've spoken about on the podcast as well, like it's death by corridor in these kind of scene episodes.
Which this episode does suffer a bit from
It
in the
does.
later half. Yeah.
It does, but I think they gussy it up enough to not make you feel it as much as others do.
I don't know.
No, I couldn't win you around on that one.
There's definitely one corridor in the end there.
I guess so, yeah. Look, it's noticeable, but not as... I appreciate that they're trying to not make it feel like Death by Corridor, at least.
They'll turn a different coloured LED light on, sure.
Yeah,
but, but it is the same fucking corridor.
It's very that episode of The Mandalorian that I really love. Like a Bill Burr's in it. The first one Bill Burr's in. The ragtag group of weirdos go in and rob this thing.
Oh, the ship
Yeah.
one. The New Republic ship, yeah.
Yeah, they do like a jailbreak on it or something. But yeah, anyway, so... also in and amongst all of this as well, there's a head of security woman. She's like, I'm the security woman. And she's like radioing in on like a bunch of soldiers who are investigating a disappearance or something, or a break-in or something.
Well, no, they was investigating them. They were the ones who were like, oh, open up, you cunts.
Oh, and they found the worm. They found the big
Yeah,
worm.
then they found the worm, and then they don't know what's going on because they touched the worm.
I love that he was like, yeah, I don't know what you're on about, but we found this sick fucking worm. Like,
I found this fucking sick worm, mate. It's so good.
I'll bring it to the office. You want to get a load of this worm. This worm is cool.
Yeah.
So the Doctor's trying to figure out who these people are. Like he's kind of assessing who they are, right? And he discovers that Jonathan Bailey's character is a bank robber who's been to prison because he's got like a tattoo or something, a prison tattoo or something.
I don't think that's the case at all.
They're in one of their various corridors, and he's like, "You're lying because you've been to prison. And you're a bank robber." And he's like, "Yeah, you got me."
Oh, yeah, that's a prison code on your neck.
Yeah.
And Sai says, I'm a hacker / bank robber.
There you go. I knew it.
Great.
And she's got hologram clothes. I like it when they deal with this, right? Because shapeshifting, I've always thought, like, yeah, but you just be in your clothes. Like the whole teleporting thing, can you teleport with something, or is it just you? Like, is it just organic matter, right? I like this. Clara's like, how are you teleporting into me? Like, with my clothes on? And she's like, yeah, because I'm just wearing a fucking hologram.
How are you teleporting into me?
Oh, shapeshifting into me, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I largely don't care. Like,
I think this is cool.
I've never been hugely bothered by the fact that someone who can change their appearance can also change the clothes that they're wearing as well. Like, I think that's fine, you know?
I think it's nice to establish some rules on this power, all right?
If they can change the way they look, why can't they change clothes?
What would you rather be out of these two? A robot hacker boy or a shapeshifter?
A shapeshifter.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. What good has been a robot hacker boy?
Open doors and shit. Well, there's not many locked doors I run into, to be honest.
You can just open a door.
I just have a key.
I've got
to
a
my
key.
house.
Yeah, I'm not coming across many bank vaults, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair. But you could hack other stuff. Like you could hack banks to give you money and shit. I guess he can't though, because otherwise he'd just do that from home, wouldn't he? He's a bank robber.
Yeah. Or I could just shapeshift into fucking, I don't know, Elon Musk or something. And be
Yeah, you
like,
wouldn't
hey.
get his bank account though, would you?
Well, if I walk into a fucking bank as Elon Musk, what are they going to do?
Where we go? What the fuck? It's Elon Musk.
Exactly.
Do you know what bank Elon Musk uses?
No, but I'll figure it out.
All of them or something.
Yeah.
Would you want to spend a day as Elon Musk?
Well, no, I'd probably kill myself, to be honest.
Yeah, but you'd just be killing you. You're not actually him.
Well, but then I can like do some. Well, no, actually, I can say I can do some weird shit and get his career ruined. But clearly, like,
Oh yeah, that's not happening.
it just wouldn't happen. Just wouldn't happen. I'm not sure you can get much worse than throwing up a fucking Nazi salute on stage and walking away absolutely fine.
The worst thing about that is the worst things you would do, you'd probably have just the biggest losers on the internet be like, that's even cooler than that Nazi salute you did. Like, oh God. Anyway, cool. The Doctor is trying to figure out all of this, right? He's like,
What's he figuring out? I don't think he's figuring out anything.
No, he's like walking along and they're trying to figure out what they're doing and where they're going and stuff. But I like that in the midst of this scene, everyone's focused on like, we've got to figure out what we're doing here, but the Doctor's like, I've got to figure out like what's going on way back where. Like, why have I not got the TARDIS? Who is this architect? Like, people aren't focused on that. They're focused on how the fuck they're going to do this heist. Whereas the Doctor's already thinking wider thoughts than that, which I thought was just a nice detail.
Yeah. Anyway, I think so too.
Great. Do you like the thing? Do you like the big the what's he called? The
I want to
thingy?
do a suit talk before we get to the teller,
Okay.
as it were. Okay.
All right. Suit talk me up.
What do you think of suit talk?
You have to refresh me on what he's wearing. Is it like a black suit?
I have to refresh you.
Is it a black shirt? I can't quite remember.
Yes, and it was a closed jacket.
I can't remember the closed jacket so much. I didn't remember it. Like, it didn't stick out to me as anything groundbreaking, I'll be honest. I feel like we've seen this look before, which is the different shirt.
You watch these episodes?
I did, yes.
Are you sure?
What stood out to it as like groundbreaking for you that you want to talk about?
Nothing's groundbreaking, but it's at least different. Do you know what I talk about?
No, we can talk about it. I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Clearly we can't, because you don't have a fucking clue what he was wearing.
That's why you're going to have to refresh me.
Why do I have to refresh you? You watch the episode, do your fucking job.
Just tell me what you think.
I think he looks fine. There's a funny joke in it at one point where he says, "What do you think of the look?" I was going for mysterious. I think I ended up with magician.
I do like that. People often refer to this as, is it the red lined one? Was this that jacket?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. Oh, I think, it's the red line jacket.
Yeah, because that's a very magician thing. I do like that he said that he was going for minimalism, though, which is, case in point, I didn't notice it. So, so there's that.
Anyway, the star of the show is Clara.
Okay. What, in her suit?
Yeah, in her suit. She looks fucking incredible.
She does look great. I don't know what it is when you do that thing with the tie, where it's like a fancier way of doing a tie. Like, it's not fully tied up. It's not like a normal tie, is it? But the worst thing is you're laughing, but you know exactly what I mean. Like, you could not laugh.
What do you mean? It's a tie, but it's a fancier tie. Is it a fancier tie because it's not done all the way up? Does that make it fancier?
Yeah, but it's like a fashion. I don't know what it is, but it's like a fashionable way of doing it, isn't it?
It's just not done up. It's just
because it's fashionable that way. I've seen other people wear suits akin to this. I don't know what the style is. I'm just saying. I think it looks nice.
I don't think it's like a specific thing. I just think it's a tie that's just not done up.
No, because this is a style that I've seen people do this before. Like,
yes, but it's not like, there's a specific name for a tie that's not done up. It's just a tie.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right. There'd be something that would describe this, like a Windsor knot is a way of doing a tie. Like, I want to know what that term is for this.
What's a Windsor knot, Lawrence?
It's when you do the tie up slightly differently, so it's got like a fatter neck to it.
And how do you do it?
It's got like a thing. I don't know how to do it. I watched the video on it. And so did you, I might add.
Yes, because I was in the room with you when you watched the video.
Yeah, but you were like, slow that shit down. Slow that shit down.
Listen.
You were like, pause that shit, bro.
Fucking hell.
Clara does look amazing. We've had a lot of people write in about Clara this week.
I don't need to know the semantics of her tie like you, all right? I just think she looks great. It's a great suit. Great look for her.
It is. It is a very, very good look for her.
Woof. Woof.
What do you think of this teller then? This big old monster.
Right. So yes. So they say like, hold on, there's some guilty cunt in there. All right.
Yeah.
There's there's a criminal in there. Let's go fucking get him. So this woman who's a clone or whatever, but we don't find that out until later.
She's not a clone, she's just a normal regular woman at this point.
Normal regular woman at this point, all right? So this normal regular woman,
yeah,
all right? She walks in, she brings down the teller, which is quite I suppose that's supposed to be like a fun bank thing because like...
Oh, I suppose, yeah, I didn't even think about it, yeah.
You didn't think... bank teller,
I didn't connect those dots because it's not behind the counter, is it?
No, it's not. But it's like I guess it's a bit of a pun as well because it's because it's bank teller, but it's also like telling as in finding out who's guilty.
I also didn't think about this, but yeah, I agree with you now that I'm hearing it.
I'd love to take a day just into your brain. It seems like it'd be very peaceful and quiet in there.
I've got other cool things to focus on.
I don't know if you do. And it'd be like, I don't know, it just feels like it'd be like, why do birds suddenly... Just gentle music in there,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm happy
Nothing
with that.
else.
I'm
Nothing else
content.
going on. No, not a thought behind those eyes, you know?
What's that meme of that guy in a little pool? It's like unfazed, moisturized or something, living my best life. You know that guy with the big belly in the pool? Never mind. I'm just further playing into this point.
Don't know that meme, if I'm being honest with you.
I'm sure you would have come across it. You just might not remember it. All right. It's a good meme.
I think you might be thinking of the monkey.
No, it's not a monkey. It's definitely not a monkey. Is it? Because it's a big fat bald dude.
I think you might be thinking of a macaque in the pool.
I'm not thinking of that. I can picture it and it's a man.
All right.
It's a regular man.
All right, if you say so.
I'm gonna find it now and I'm gonna send it to you.
All right.
Unfazed, moisturized meme. Look, this is not a monkey. This is a man.
I've never seen this meme in my life.
You've never seen this? This is a great meme.
I've never seen this in my life, no.
Sign up to Patreon to hear more about us describing memes.
First Patreon to make negative money.
We owe them for their time wasted. But you look right. So this teller, right? You've two puns, a pun and another thing. But what do you think of the actual design?
Pretty cool. Yeah, it's got like, I like the eyes, the head and the eyes are on these like, I don't know how to describe it, like not tentacles, but like, you know, the eyes stick out of the head and then they like look in on themselves as he does his power thing, which is quite cool, really. They like stare into each other as he does his mind powers or whatever the fuck's going on. A weird and creepy design, and obviously looks even more creepy with the prison-esque uniform and the shackles and everything like that. It's all quite good, quite interesting, I think.
I really like the design. Like you said, the eye. Obviously, the eyes are like the standout thing. Like it just looks fucking cool. But like as well as that, there's already this episode's adding another layer of intrigue into like this guy's obviously in some sort of employment or whatever with the bank. He's working with them, but he's like chained up and in a prison getup.
My initial thought is not employment. If this dude is literally in a prison uniform and chains, I'm not like, oh, he's got a job.
He gets fair benefits, I reckon.
He's got a 9 to 5 going on, isn't he?
But I mean, there's obviously like, and they even say it like later on, like there's some sort of arrangement there or whatever. But like, it obviously feels heavily one-sided and shady as shit. And I like that you have to kind of wait for that reveal. Like you don't really, the episode like this thing, the teller does start like killing people, or at least we think. And we're sat there like never really knowing if this is a monster or if this is just another prisoner. Like it's a great addition to the episode.
Well, there's one guy in the bank. They're like in the main lobby of the bank, and they're like, "Hey, this cunt's guilty." So like, it's kind of a bit of pullback and reveal. They're like, "Everyone stop! There's some guilty cunts here, so we're gonna kill him." Yeah. And then like our 4 main guilty cunts, they're like, "Oh shit, we're rumbled, boys.
Yeah,
we're the guilty cunts." Yeah. Turns out there's another guilty cunt, or is there? I don't know. And they like fry his brain, and you see the teller like do his mind power thing, and then his head is just caved in. It's like it is like being scooped flat, and it looks like a spoon. Now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
He just looks like a spoon, and the doctor says to him like he's just being turned into soup or whatever. You know?
It's rough as shit. Like Clara even comments like he's crying, and the doctor's like, "No, that's literally his brain leaking. Like
that's soup.
That's soup." Yeah, like I like spoon better. I wrote down that his face looks like a caved-in, deflated football.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
because it's I don't know. It's a great addition to the episode. I like that it's like it's fucking horrible. Like it's genuinely kind of unpleasant to look at. Like how much suffering this poor bastard's probably in, right? And I again for the episode, as it just did with like the whole setting up the prison and the stakes and stuff. It shows you like, oh, if we get caught, like this is a horrendous fate. Like this is, or it's not just like, oh, we're gonna get a slap on the wrist and you shouldn't do that. But it's like it's genuinely horrendous fucking stakes for the episode.
And it's not even just that as well. It's like they say like, oh, we'll inform your next of kin because they'll also be incinerated or whatever as well. Like
fuck?
your family will also share the punishment as well. Yeah, which is even more brutal, you know?
Every now and again, I think, like, this bank is trading, right? This bank has to be a registered business. Like, how is this not illegal? How can you just round up someone's next of kin and go, yeah, well, your dad was a prick or whatever?
Rich and powerful, mate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's so true.
The laws don't apply to the wealthy.
Oh, God.
Okay?
That's the
Case in point, convicted felon is now the president of the United States.
Probably something to do with the Prime Minister as well. Keir Starmer's probably done something nasty, yeah.
Probably, but
Yeah.
they've all got skeletons in their closets.
Oh, it's yucky business. One quote that I do enjoy is the if the punishment to the crime is a fine, it is only a law for the poor.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is Anyway, more insights like that on the Patreon.
Bro thought he was deep saying that.
I didn't. I was a quote. I was just reading a quote or remembering.
Bro thought he had some. Bro thought he ate with that.
I didn't eat with it. It's not mine. I'm merely picking up some crumbs.
We've all heard that one before, and Bro thought he was dropping knowledge on us for the first time.
Look, I can't help it if I'm well read. All right? I'm a man about the world.
You don't read.
What do you read?
Have you seen all my books?
Right. List 4 of them that aren't Star Wars
Assassin's Creed,
or franchise entertainment.
A Court of Thorn and Roses, Hunger Games.
That's franchise entertainment.
It's a book.
Yeah.
You want what? Just so I can't have a book that's part of a series.
All right. No, you can. That is fair.
Yeah.
All right. Name more than more than that one.
Court of Thorn and Roses.
Yeah.
Heartstopper.
What's that one? Is that the
Two Gay Boys?
There's a TV show on that, isn't there? The Netflix one.
There is. Yes.
Two Gay Boys.
That's what it's about.
Two Gay Boys, the book.
Two Gay Boys.
That's what they should rename it. Two Gay Boys, the book.
No, it's called Heartstopper.
Heartstopper. For some reason, my head went to that book series about that young spy who was played by Alex Pettyfer in a movie.
I don't know who that is.
Fuck. Who knows? Who cares? To be honest.
What are you talking about?
I'm just remembering something. I'm just having a moment where I reminisce.
All right, we'll do that on your own time.
All right, sorry.
Anyway, the point is, you don't read, and I do.
Okay, all right. Well, as long as we've established this.
Yeah.
I'm too busy to read.
Well, fuck off. No, you're not.
I'm being cool.
You watch like 4 movies a day. All right.
Yeah, if I read, I have to watch one less movie.
Fuck off. Where are we? What's going on? We're barely in this. We've barely started this episode, by the way.
Yeah, but the back end of it is a lot of the same. Like anyway, the guy's guilty. The doctor does refer to the teller as the latest in sniffer dogs, telepathic things that can kind of sense your guilt immediately. Pretty glaring stakes for the episode.
Yes.
So anyway, so it wasn't them. This guy's got a caved-in football head, and they sneak off into a lift. Our ragtag group of thieves.
I don't think it's a lift.
It's like that kind of vibe, though, isn't it? Like
I think it's a vault room, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I think the guy says it later on. Like 4 randos just went into a vault as well, by the way, or whatever.
Yeah. 'Cause it's where people go to like put in their wares and whatnot. So, yeah.
The doctor brought a bomb in. That's what's in his case.
Good stuff. We love a bomb.
I do like a bomb. I like this bomb. I want to talk about this bomb in a second.
Why?
Let's just we'll talk about it in a second.
All right.
Got to wait. You've got sizzling the bomb. So he asks Jonathan Bailey for a bank schematic, so he plugs his forehead into the wall. A lot of this episode is Jonathan Bailey plugging his forehead into the wall.
What kind of I/O is he operating with there? Has he got USB-C? Has he got a USB Mini? What do you reckon he's working
It would
with?
definitely be like a dressed up thing, wouldn't it? Like it'd be something we wouldn't have. But what would you have on this earth?
Oh, you got to go USB-C.
Yeah, I think you told me this. Are they becoming fairly universal now? Like.
Did I tell you that?
I'm sure you said like people. There is something where like companies are working towards having a universal one. I think.
Well, yeah. Do you know what the U in USB stands for?
Universal.
What does the S and the B stand for, Lawrence?
Fuck off. Go away.
Serial bus.
Look, I like this bomb.
Okay, all right, you're moving on entirely.
We're moving on.
Lawrence wants to talk about his bomb.
No. There's more before the bomb. There is more. Jonathan Bailey plugs his forehead into the wall, and the bank's
a robot boy.
Yeah, because he's a robot big boy, and with a bequiffed big robot boy.
Oh, fuck off with this, man. Fuck off. You did this earlier.
Do you not like his rockin' quiff? It's almost Mohican-esque.
If I'm being honest, I don't like it. No.
Why, you don't think
I
it suits him?
It's not that it doesn't suit him. I just don't like it personally.
I wouldn't be something I would have.
No, not me.
No.
I don't have the head shape to pull this off.
No, I don't. I don't have the head shape to pull off the haircut I have.
It's true, you don't. That's why I look shit. Yeah.
So the bank security lady speaks to her soldier mate, and this is mind blowing. The bloke that they just caved in the head of weren't even guilty.
Yeah, it was just they just did it to like show a message, put like a what's that thing I'm looking for? Like send a message, to keep people in line, I guess.
Yeah, bank's kind of busy today. Let's put on a show for them, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Let them know what happens if you are a guilty cunt, you know?
Yeah. Which is fucking crazy.
Which is insane. Yeah.
Such a horrible... They don't even go like, this guy is innocent, so let's just like maybe take him aside and give him a telling off or whatever. No, they cave in his football head in front of fucking everyone. Horrendous.
Yeah. Pretty brutal.
Yeah, but it does lead us into straight away being like, look, I'll be real. We got to keep these expectations higher because I do not want to get sacked. This woman, this comes up a fair few times in the episode, but something to note is the security lady, the head of security, does not want to get sacked. She is big into not being sacked.
Does she not specifically say fired, which I believe is quite key?
Ah, you are correct. Yeah.
Yes, I am correct. Yeah. Yes.
She's a clone woman.
She is a clone woman. She's a big Django Fett. Anyway, what else is going on?
So the doctor's in the lift that isn't a lift. He's in the vault.
Right. Just talk about this fucking bomb and let's move on.
All right. So the doctor starts jumping around. He's like, there's something underneath here. Like, we could fucking get out of this, right? And Clara quickly kind of goes like, there's a possibility that we're not meant to make it out of this. Like, we haven't thought about this. We don't know what we're here for. We could just be paving the way for someone else. Like, we could be cannon fodder, essentially. And the doctor calls her out for being quite pessimistic about it. And says the team shouldn't hear her speaking like this because it will affect morale more so than being blown up, which I found quite funny.
That's quite fun. Yeah, I enjoy that.
But yeah, so this is a key moment. Jonathan Bailey, Robot Boy, he tries to leave. He's like, do you know what? I've had enough of this. I just saw that guy's head get caved in. I'm off. And the doctor's like, listen, you agreed to this, brother. All right. You're shaking your head like I'm in the wrong place.
No, I'm shaking my head because I'm in the wrong place.
Oh, okay.
I'm just panicking, looking for where the fuck we are, mate. You carry on. I'll be.
You
with
hear
you
that,
in a
guys?
minute.
On Patreon, you want to read my notes over Nathan's notes. Oh.
Well, no, you got to sign up to see what's on my notes. Already.
So yeah, Jonathan Bailey tries to leave. The doctor's like, listen, you have already agreed to this. Like, you don't remember why you did it, but you've agreed to this. You must have had a solid reason. So think about why you would do this, how much it's worth to you, and then let's just all stop fucking around, basically. Let's get on with it.
Yes.
And he asks who put him in charge, and the doctor said it's basically just because of the eyebrows, which he agrees with us.
Yeah.
Those are some strong, powerful eyebrows. I'll keep moving on until you give me a thumbs up when you're in where you want to be.
Just give me, what's going on in the scene, man?
The bomb. The big bomb. I will talk about... It's when they're in the lift, but not the lift.
Is this after Si's plugged into the panel?
Yeah. He did his forehead plug in.
All right, so he's done his forehead.
He moved his quiff out of the way. He plugged in his forehead.
Moved his quiff. What about when he was talking about with the clone woman? Not the clone woman, the mutant woman, about her changing and stuff. Is it before that or after that?
No, this is after that. This is just after that, so we can...
All right.
Let me do my bomb spiel, and then you're where we're at.
All right, you do your bomb spiel then.
All right. I fucking think this bomb is cool, because not only does it sound sick, right? It looks sick. There's a little strobe light, so the doctor plants it in the middle of the floor. They all head to like the walls in case the floor just gets blown completely out and they all crash to their death or whatever.
Yes.
And I think the bomb has like this excellent... There's beeping, goes beep, 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 beep. And as it goes off, there's a strobe light, right? And then the explosion, which you see but don't hear because it's silent, right? It's fucking cool. And then the doctor turns around and is like, it sent the particles to another plane of existence. I think a bomb like that is such a cool sci-fi concept.
It is very cool, yeah. It's quite creative. It's one of those things where it's like getting around the budget often does lead to more creative ways of doing things than like just having unlimited money, really. Because, sure, you could do a big explosion, but... then you would miss out on the fun and creative ways to do something like this.
If it was a big explosion, we wouldn't be talking about it because it'd be boring.
Exactly. We'd be like, big explosion. Great. Moving on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not a fucking clue where we are, brother. I am so lost here. I am fucking lost.
So this is a fun moment, right? The Doctor's personal line of thought is that something will probably happen quite soon. The mutant lady's like, "What's the plan?" And he's like, "I don't know. Something will happen."
Something
And then
will
something
happen.
does happen.
What does happen?
Like, so the doctor goes, something will happen, and then the doctor, Clara calls the doctor over because her and Robot Boy have found a case or something again, right? And the doctor goes, "There we are, thing time," which is really
I'm
fun.
here. I found it.
Well, please, Nathan, do me the honors. What happens next?
Well, Clara then asks, how does he get the cases in here? Which is, I think that's quite like a reasonable question to ask, because they've been tasked with breaking into this bank, but presumably the guy who has arranged this has already broken in to set up these cases along the way for them.
Bro's done half the job.
Yeah, like what's going on? I think that's a fair question to ask. Really.
What don't we know that this person knows?
Quite a bit, it seems.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
So that's fun. There is a case. There's a new case, right? And the doctor. This is an interesting plot point that I think is quite cool, right? The teller's whole thing is it can sense the guilt, right? It can fully sense the guilt, and the stronger the guilt, the more overwhelming that sense is, and the teller will begin to like hunt it out, find out where it's coming from. And every single case that they open, they begin to know more because obviously they've had their memories wiped for the tactical reason of staying safe. You can't feel guilty about something you don't remember doing.
Oh, I can. That's just called anxiety. Let me tell you, I can feel guilty about crimes I've not even committed. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You ever like going up to passport control at an airport and you're like, oh my God, what if they know about all the crimes I haven't committed?
Yeah.
You know? And you try to look nice and polite and you're like, I'm not a nasty person.
Because I don't really have any anxiety, right? Like, but like, there is. I do feel that. Like, is that the mildest form of anxiety?
That's probably like the mildest touch of it. Yeah.
Yeah, like this feeling that someone is observing me and I should appear a certain way. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I don't like that. You guys have that about stuff, normal stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Cheers, Lawrence. Anyway.
But yeah, so I like the concept that like the more cases they open, the more they will obviously learn and therefore become kind of unsafe to harbor that knowledge in their brain because it makes them more, I guess, juicy for the teller to come and sniff out, essentially.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's cool. And Jonathan Bailey's like, maybe only one of us should fucking open this case. And there's a kind of like a weird conflict between him and the doctor, which I thought was maybe a little bit manufactured in the episode because the doctor's
it feels a little bit forced at times.
It does, yeah.
There's Jonathan Bailey is quite. I mean, I don't know him again. He's this robot hacker boy or whatever, but like he is quite. I don't know. Like he's immediately like, "Fuck this! I want nothing to do with this." You know, he's running away and shit, and he's quite confrontational and stuff. Like he's immediately on the defensive, sort of thing.
Yeah, but I do think it comes from both of them because even like in this scene, the doctor's like, I'm waiting for you to fucking volunteer. And I'm like, well, why not just say to him, like, hey, because you're a robot, would it not make sense for you to do it? Like, it feels, I don't know, it does feel a little bit performative in places, maybe because the episode needed that kind of conflict running through. Like, they often do put the Doctor at odds with someone in a team this big just to kind of keep things moving and keep intrigue happening. But I don't know. There's a definitive moment a bit later on where like Jonathan Bailey does kind of step up to the Doctor, and I'm like, "Oh, you're a big boy, aren't you, Jonathan Bailey?" Like it feels very forced.
He's not. He's a very little boy.
He's a little boy. He looks really small in it. Maybe is Peter Capaldi quite tall in real life?
I think he's a decent height. Yeah. I don't know how tall he is, but he's quite lanky. I think.
Yeah, because he does out height Jonathan Bailey, and Jonathan Bailey seems quite tall in everything else.
Out-height him, does he?
He out-heights him big time.
Does Jonathan Bailey seem tall in other stuff?
I think so. I think maybe it's just because they gussy him up in all these fancy, smart little private school boy suits in Bridgerton. But
well, Peter Capaldi is apparently 6 feet tall, which isn't, tremendously huge.
No, but I can empathise. I'm a man of 6 foot. So.
You're not 6 feet.
Well, you don't know that.
No, I do. You're not 6
Well,
foot.
you don't have a measuring tape. You're not here, so.
You're not 6 foot.
I'm 5'11".
You're taller than me, all right, but you're not 6 foot, all right?
How tall
You
are
also
you?
care. I'm 5'10". I think you also cared like too much about your height as well.
Did I?
Well, case in point.
No, I was just doing a little joke, but now I'm self-conscious. Oh no, this is anxiety.
Well, you do say you're 6 foot, but
Not
you're
often. I do. It's a little joke. Maybe it's not a joke.
Like, have you seen that video where like it's like an on the street interview, which usually I hate because they're dog shit, but like this one was quite funny because he goes up to this guy and says like, he goes and he just says, "Are you self-conscious about your height?" And then the guy just goes, "First of all, I'm taller than you, so yes," is the answer to that. Then clearly.
That's very fun.
Yeah.
That's me.
I don't think I'm that short, but I class
5'10's
myself
not short.
It's not. No, it's just average, really.
Yeah.
But like my dad's quite short, and so is my
Yeah.
mum. Really, like I'm taller than both my parents.
So you're king cunt in the house. You're like out of the way, bitches.
Well,
Old lanky boy Nathan's coming through. Old long legs over here.
I don't think I've ever been described as lanky. All right?
How's the weather down there, Carl? You say?
So don't dogs my dad. All right?
We know your dad. Carl's a character
we
on the
don't.
show now, as is Keith.
Okay.
I wonder if either of them go to bed at night knowing we talk about them as much as we do on this show.
I don't think they do, and I think that's probably for the best.
Yeah, maybe. Let's do some Doctor Who, I reckon.
I love that.
Yeah, so, anyway, the fucking Jonathan Bailey's like, I'll have a look in this case, right? Seeing as, I'm a robot and I can delete my memories whenever I want, right?
Yeah.
Then he does, and then he's like, I could fucking show you guys. I have no Scooby-Doo what this is. Not an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a bunch of, I don't know, how would you describe them? Like canisters, I guess? Like,
Yes, like little vials sort
Yeah.
of thing. Like a little fujum,
yeah, fujum.
A little fujum.
We've all seen a fujum.
Yeah, we've all seen a fujum from time to time, a little vial fujum.
How would you spell a fujum?
It starts with a silent K.
As it sounds after the silent K.
Exactly. A fujum.
A fujum. Yeah, no one knows what they are. This is when Jonathan Bailey starts glitching out as well. He's like,
Oh yeah, he starts stuttering, doesn't he? He's like, I'm la 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 lying.
yeah. Which look, is this weird? Because it's not like
pretty weird.
it's not like a glitch or a visual thing.
Yeah.
Like it comes about because Jonathan Bailey puts on a big performative stutter.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, it's a bit. I don't know. Nothing about it sounds off massive alarm bells, but it felt a little bit unsavory. I was a bit like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You're wearing a white shirt.
I never do normally, do I?
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Every other t-shirt I own was in the wash because I haven't done washing. So
It also makes your chest hair very noticeable.
that's because I've pulled it down, to be fair. But look, if you want to keep up bringing how masculine I am on the show, I'm not gonna. And I'm 6 foot, and I got chest hair.
You're sounding very secure in yourself today.
Well, I am, so that'd be why.
Alright, great.
Yeah, no, it's strange. Let's move on from my t-shirt.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, unless you want to talk about how clearly defined my abs are in it as well.
I can't see them. And no, they're not.
It's not just because they're on camera. You can't see them because they don't exist.
Yeah.
This is they all kind of split up from here because a big alarm goes off and they're like, let's split
Wow.
up, less brain power to track down or whatever.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. So they split up, and then they like come together quite quickly again, don't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty,
Almost immediately.
It is almost comical how quickly they do, but they do.
Yeah.
I kind of do like this a little bit because when they split up, they have their like mandated personal conversations, and then they get back together because like. Jonathan Bailey essentially goes to Clara like, I forgot my family because I was being interrogated, so I deleted my family, and that sucks because I wish I knew who my family were.
Yeah,
Right.
it's pretty brutal. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's well needed development for these two because I like them as characters, but they needed a bit of meat to them, I think.
Yeah, sure.
And then also the mutant lady is talking to the doctor in another corridor and is going, "I can't touch anyone. Sucks. Big time sucks."
She's got rogue.
Yeah, she's rogue. I'm so sick of talking about this because of X-Mania, but yeah, she's got a rogue.
She's got rogue. Yeah.
But I do kind of. She does drop the line. Could you trust someone that looked back at you with your own eyes? Which does become important later on.
Yeah, sure.
Wear gloves, man. Like,
Yeah, but like she does. But like, how are you gonna kiss someone?
it's not a problem for me.
Well, it would be if you had this. You know, it would be if you had rogue.
If I had rogue, yeah, I guess.
That's literally her whole fucking deal, man.
I want to kiss boys, Charles. You're not getting it.
Oh.
But yeah, so they the doctor lied as well. I don't know what this canister is, he said. And then as soon as they're kind of together, he's together with rogue mutant lady. She's like, "You know what they are, don't you?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Why are you not telling us?" And he's like, kind of exit strategy of sorts. And then doesn't elaborate.
Yeah.
Which did you get what it was at this point?
Yeah. And I definitely did when it was used because we'll get to it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. So there are prison cells down here, right? And they Clara and Jonathan Bailey find Football Head chained up and still alive in his cell. Pretty gross.
Yeah, he's got his little spoon head on show.
It's like, check out these spoonhead guys.
And he's just like groaning or whatever. Like he's clearly alive still, but he's just like a little cunt, you know?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call him that. He's a victim, Nathan.
Yeah.
He's an innocent bystander in all of this. He's just shown up to cash his check, presumably have a great day.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know.
Now he's a spoonhead and his son's dead or whatever as well.
Yeah. But good on him.
Yeah, good on him. So anyway, they're back together at this point. The Dr. Sonic's event, because there's another big alarm going off, full of alarms going off this episode.
So many alarms, so many vents, so many corridors, all right?
Yeah.
It's good Doctor Who stuff.
It is very good Doctor Who stuff. But the teller is here, and he's in a glass little box, and it looks like it's raining inside of it. It's just a sad, gloomy place to live.
I tell you what, I kind of had flashbacks during this scene specifically to Torchwood, Children of Earth, okay?
Yeah.
Because it was a glass box with like cloudy sort of fog and a monster inside and Peter Capaldi going up to that box. So I was like, oh, you know.
How many kids can I get you?
No.
You want kids? I got loads. I'll shoot my own.
No, Lawrence, we'll talk about it in like 4 years or whatever.
Oh, Children of Earth is magical. Children of Earth is such good telly, man.
Do you know what? Do you know what's weird? It's like when we started this podcast, we were like, oh yeah, we'll get to whatever in like fucking 4 years or whatever. That's now next year.
Yeah, but when we said 4 years, we were elaborating as well, like
Yeah,
or exaggerating.
It was three at the time, but
Oh,
now
God.
we will. If Doctor Who. I don't think Doctor Who's going to come out with like fucking 30 episodes between now and next year.
No.
So presumably we will catch up by next year. Really?
Fucking nuts, that is.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for the show to change so drastically, are you?
No. We'll just do it again.
Yeah, yeah. So we're just going to go around one more time
A rewatch podcast.
for the memes.
Yeah. Look, we'll keep fucking finding shit to do, all right?
Oh,
We're not going to end this.
The world isn't short. There's currently on BBC iPlayer, there's 4 Doctor Who's listed, so there's enough.
There's 3. I think there's 3.
Is there 3? I thought there's classic, there's New Who, and then there's Newer Whoer.
Yeah, and how many is that?
That's 3, but I'm sure there's another one. I'm sure there's more.
I don't think there is.
I'm sure there's more. Anyway, moving on. Suddenly, the teller locks on to Clara, right?
Yes.
And it's no, I did want to say, I think is it like this because that's supposed to be like its natural environment, like this kind of gloomy rain, kind of prison cell thing.
Don't think so. Not really.
No, maybe not. Because they've just put the other one in a fucking cupboard, I guess, haven't they?
What other one?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Spoilers.
His lovely wife or husband.
No, Lawrence, spoilers.
So suddenly the teller locks on to Clara and it's like, I'm gonna get your thoughts or whatever. Yeah, he does that. It goes.
That's the teller, by the way.
That was a good teller.
Thank you.
It was good, man. Between that and you've got loads on you today.
All right.
So yeah, I like the little effect they do here. Clara's trying to block out her thoughts. It kind of goes all a bit ready. It does that whenever the teller's like kind of feasting on someone's head a little bit. I think it looks cool. Looks really cool.
Yeah, but Clara is like the other one takes her place.
Yes, yeah. So what actually happened there? Because Clara just
I don't really know.
It felt a little bit visually confusing, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I don't really know.
Well, then let's move on. For some reason, Mutant Rogue Lady is now getting her head eaten or whatever.
Yes. And she uses the exit strategy.
Yes.
The doctor like kind of like says, yeah, you can use that, and it'll get me out. And it's like the episode is like, oh, she's killed herself. This thing, it kills you. That's your exit strategy, but at least you don't have to deal with the pain of this or whatever.
Yeah, it's a quick instant death, basically.
Quick instant death. She's done. All right. And then they're all like, oh, I can't believe she died. That's really sad. And I'd be like, yeah, but at least make it kind of look like she died, you know?
It looks
don't
so
make it look.
teleporty.
Don't make everything about it look like a fucking teleport, you know?
Which is such like a weirdly...
You could do like some sort of weird disintegration effect or something, but like it's just a straight up fucking teleport. There's no part of me which is like, that's not a teleport, you know?
I understand, because it is a bit telegraphed, right? And it does look like that because we've seen Doctor Who. We've seen what teleports look like. You get the white glow in the middle and the blue light that disappears, right? Like around them. That's what a teleport is, right? That's just how it looks.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time, I do think the scene is played out quite nicely though. Like it is kind of rough, like to see her use it and to see the Doctor kind of empathize with the fact that like he can't save her and kind of talk her through it, just telling her like all he has is cold logic to be like, this is what's going to happen to you. I can't do anything about it. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
I kind of do like that about it. And she has that nice moment where she goes like, when you meet that fucking architect, kill him, would you?
Yeah.
And the Doctor's like, I don't know if I can. And she's like, yeah, I left it too late to find a good man. I think all of that stuff is quite touching.
Yeah, it's quite nice and stuff, but again, I'm just like, it's all kind of pointless though, isn't it?
It is undercut because
yeah, we know that she's not dead, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that old stuff is still kind of nice. Anyway, then they're all in a corridor for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
I tell you what though, I do like this. I think this. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite scene, but like it's a good scene. I think it stands out when the Doctor tries to just be like, she's fucking dead. Let's go. We're alive.
Yes.
Let's move on. And then Jonathan Bailey is like, oh, is that why you call yourself the Doctor? Because of the professional detachment. Like, essentially gets in his face a little bit about it. And 12 is just almost comically unbothered. Like, he looks at him like, all right, that was a bit cringe. Why don't you calm down?
Yeah, he says, when we're done here, by all means, you go find yourself a shoulder to cry on.
Yeah.
You'll probably need that. Till then, what you need is me.
Yeah. And look, it was all shits and giggles, right? Because he stares him down, starts to walk off, and then he's like, "Nah, actually, you prick," and backs up on him. And I'm like, "Oh fuck!" And then at that moment, I was like, "Oh, I've stopped laughing in case he sees me." Like, I don't want to get told off.
He is great. There's just I don't know. There's just Peter Capaldi. He just fucking nails it every time. He's got this real intensity to him, which is like, you don't want to piss him off.
No,
like, you get scared watching it, man. Like, I don't want him to yell at me like that. That'll kill me.
Yeah, because I think as well, like there is this quality to his Doctor as well that it's like we don't really know what his rules are yet. Like in his first episode, there's a whole debate of did he fucking kill that guy? Like, did he push that guy out of a fucking blimp or whatever? Like,
maybe.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's he feels more morally ambiguous, which we've spoken about when he lets that guy die in the Dalek thing, and then he's like, "Great, we've got a little tracker. Here he is. He's a big pile of goo or something." Like it's you're not fully up to square with him. Like you don't really know where you stand with him. So he is threatening to watch.
Yeah, and the little robot boy, he says to Clara that like. Well, Clara says, he's not really like that underneath it all. And then the little robot boy is like, it's clear you've been with him for quite a while because you're very good at making excuses for him.
Yeah. And I like the line. This is a little bit where I was like, you're being a bit of a pissy bitch, man. Like
you are being a bit of a pissy bitch. You're a little robot boy, all right?
Yeah, exactly. Stupid.
You got a fucking USB-C in your head, all right?
Yeah.
Calm down.
You don't plug into the wall, you bitch.
Yeah, plug into your fucking USB or whatever, you cunt.
So this I found quite, I don't know, maybe a little bit amusing. Maybe it just was a weird line read, right? But it cuts to the Mrs. Security lady who's in charge.
The clone lady.
Yeah, the clone lady who's maybe not a clone. Maybe she's a normal woman. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the normal, regular woman.
Yeah. And she's hunting down the bank robbers. And she's like, my boss should not know about this. When people are fired, it's super messy. And I'm like, who are you fucking? Are you telling this to me? Who are you talking to? It's weird exposition just shoved in there.
She's just like on her own, isn't she?
Yeah.
Just saying this stuff.
I don't know. It just felt like
that's classic Doctor Who.
Yeah, maybe there's someone else in the room, but like they're not talking to her. Like it's not a scene. It's just
they're just getting on with their job while she's just like delivering this exposition.
It's not like performed as well. Like it's like she's muttering to herself. She's like flat out delivering a monologue, and I'm like, who's this for? Who's this benefiting?
No, good for her.
Yeah, good on her. Good little exposition there. But yeah, anyway, the teller. She's like, get the teller in the vents, right? Get the teller in the corridors or whatever.
Yeah, put the teller in the corridors. Let him loose in the corridors so he can sniff out the guilty cunts.
Yeah,
or whatever. So they do, and then like they're hacking into the vault. They found the vault because it's in that one corridor that they're all in.
Yes. It's at one end of this corridor, maybe in the middle.
It's at one end of the one corridor that they're all in. So they like open the vault, but they need to hack it, and they need to like hack in it for like, I don't know. It's got all these locks that Hacker Boy needs to do, or whatever. Little robot Hacker Boy.
Which luckily he's got just the right forehead for.
Yeah, he's got his USB-C, so he can plug into it and just hack into it and turn some red lights green or whatever. You know how he does.
Yeah, that's hacking. That's what it is. We all know it.
Yeah.
We saw the Matrix code in his eyes. We know he's hacking.
Yeah, we saw the Matrix. That's how you know he's hacking.
Yeah.
Whenever you see the Matrix code in someone's eyes, that's how you hacking.
Yeah, he does like the keyboard acting, the hacking. He does that before a finger pad. Like he's on. He's like.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff right there. But then we hear like the teller, his little growl or whatever, is he's let loose into that one corridor.
Yes.
And
he goes, I can see them. They're really far away down the end of that corridor. I'll go get them.
It was quite a short corridor. But then they're like, oh no, it's the teller. He's loose in this one corridor. We better go split it up into this one corridor. So they all go, and then they're like, hey, don't die or whatever.
Yeah,
like, I promise I won't die or whatever.
Yeah, I wonder if this guy will die.
Yeah,
well, more fool me, I guess, for later on.
Well, yeah, he'll teleport, I guess, but yeah.
I do like that he's like, he's like, Doctor, I'll have one of them kill yourself buttons. Actually, if you've got one going spare, mate.
Yeah.
I know I've just squared up to you, but sort me out with a kill yourself button if you would. Clara does like, promise me you're not going to use that, and he's like, sure, man.
Yeah, no worries. I don't even know. He doesn't even answer. He just says time to run. Yeah, and then off he goes.
So yeah, he's doing this button push and he's doing hacking. Right? Did you think the way he sprinted away was weird?
Couldn't tell you.
It's like a proper strange little way he runs. He looks like he's sneaking, right? Because he kind of like, when you're sneaking and you kind of hunch your back over.
Yeah.
Go and have a watch.
I don't know. I'm not seeing him run away. He's just doing his hacking.
When he's done with his hacking, he starts to run away.
But it just fades to Clara and she's with the teller.
No, there's a proper moment where he does.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh wait, here we go. It's like he's halfway between crouching and stood up as he's running. Really.
What it read like to me was that Jonathan Bailey did not think this would be in the shot.
Yeah, maybe.
It looks like he's kind of like, I don't want to be in the way of the camera. I'm trying to just like...
it kind of looks like he's trying to get under the sight of the camera, which is obviously fucking impossible. You can't do that.
Yeah, but he doesn't know where it's framed up to. So like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know why. Like, maybe it's just an odd choice, but it was funny. And I just laughed. I rewound it and I was like, said to my wife, I went, what the fuck was that? Did you see that?
That's so stupid.
But yeah, so the teller is moving in on Clara. He's like, because he can see her from the corridor, obviously. And he starts eating Clara's brains again. And Clara recalls the doctor telling her to keep her mind clear and blank. So it goes all red again, and I quite like this scene. I thought the sound design was pretty nice with the big thing.
So. Yeah. They got those different colored LEDs on in the different corridors.
Yeah.
Same corridor as well. So we know that's how they differentiate it.
We know that there's evil business going on in this corridor because it's red.
It's red. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, Clara's getting her brain turned into soup, but then little robot boy is like, I'm every criminal in the universe, actually. You know?
Look, I tell you what. Cool.
He hacker boys himself.
Yeah, he's like, oh no, I need to make myself into a... Right. Is there a specific line delivery?
How does this work? All right. Why does this bank, have somehow... I guess the memories or the whatever guilt on file of every single criminal in the universe. How does that work?
Yeah, I guess because you do have to transfer the guilt. You? Like, it's not just a file.
Why is he downloading, or how is he downloading their files just into his brain or whatever, you know?
I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with having the right forehead. But like, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. This shouldn't be on a file in this weird vent corridor that's also a prison or something for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't really understand it. Look, it's very hokey.
It's quite hokey. It's kind of run-of-the-mill Doctor Who shit,
to be honest,
really.
yeah.
It's like, this is the kind of shit you'd expect from Doctor Who, really.
Look, if I'm entirely honest, this is the bread and butter of this podcast. Like, we would not have had the mileage of this show that we have if Doctor Who was always clearly thought out and well-defined.
Look, there's always a silly, stupid thing going on. Yeah, all right?
Basically. Look. Did you I thought this scene was rad, though. I thought it was cool to see all the little faces pop up on the wall.
It's cool to see the little faces and stuff, but but then you're like, oh, that is just a stock image of a Slovene or whatever.
Yeah, but there's more than that though. Like, it's the gunslinger that didn't like Pete from Gavin and Stacey. He's there.
Yeah, but
Captain John from Torchwood.
Was Captain John there?
Yeah, Captain John Hart or Hurt? Not John Hurt.
That's not John Hurt. He's Doctor Who.
He is. Yeah, John Hart. I think he's there. He's if I know you've seen Torchwood, but if you haven't seen Torchwood and you're listening, he's Captain Jack's boyfriend / nemesis / they're not really sure what they are to each other, but they kiss and then shoot each other.
I practically haven't seen Torchwood.
Oh man, you're missing out. That's a great arc, I think, his time agency arc.
Yes, there was a Slovene. Oh, there was the trickster, I believe.
Yes, the trickster. Yeah.
Yes, I believe the trickster was there.
There's a weevil.
It's like 4 images.
Yeah, they keep recycling them, yeah.
It's like 6 images that it's just cycling through over and over again.
Did you I don't know why, right? And this has been in my head for a while. So for a decent amount of time, maybe from maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago when I first watched Bridgerton, Jonathan Bailey has been on my shortlist for actors I wouldn't mind seeing taking a stab at playing the Doctor.
No, not a chance.
Do you not think he's not there for you?
Not at all. No.
Maybe if you'd seen him in more stuff.
Maybe, but from what I have seen him in, no.
Do you know?
There is nothing about this cunt which I'm like, yeah, let him be the Doctor.
Really? I feel like, don't get me wrong, I feel like he'd be quite a generic choice. But because I also feel like his energy we've had young, kind of bouncy, athletic white boy running around before. Like,
he's too weedy, man. He's too much of a twink.
Maybe in this, he's definitely not. He's quite built. He's quite a stack lad. I've seen his bum in Bridgerton.
Right.
And it's a muscular bum, Nathan. It's not a twinkie bum.
Never say that again. No, not at all.
Do you not think I wrote down?
Also, like, not to be that one friend that's too woke, but another white man.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm with you on that. I get all of that, right? But I'm just saying,
I want an older woman. All right.
Oh yeah, that could be quite nice.
Yeah, give me a gilf. Give me a Dr. Gilf. Or a Dr. Milf, at least.
Gillian Anderson.
Gillian Anderson, that'd be great.
She would be amazing, to be fair.
Yeah. Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson would smash it. Yeah, that's so true. Olivia Colman is the obvious choice. I think she'd do well.
Olivia Colman would be great. Yeah.
The lady I would really, really like to see is Jessie Buckley. I'd love to see her as the Doctor, although she's not the same age as the rest of them.
I don't know who that is.
She's in Men, that Alex Garland movie. She's in Wicked Little Letters.
Haven't seen any of this shit.
She's good. I like Jessie Buckley quite a lot.
Michelle Yeoh. I love Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh could be great as the Doctor, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else am I thinking of?
Anyway, this is a Patreon episode.
Oh yeah. Well, look, to hear our extended thoughts on maybe a topic of a similar ilk. The reason I bring up Jonathan Bailey being the Doctor, right, or like how I think he would nail it, right, is because of this. There's a specific line that really feels 10-esque to me, and the way he delivers it when he goes, "Oh, I am so guilty," it feels really 10th Doctor. And like the energy that he's bouncing around in it, like I want to stress in this scene and this scene only. Like the way he grabs his kill yourself button and like spits out the cap of it. I'm like, oh man, you got some charisma here.
But that's just him doing an impression of the 10th Doctor, you know?
I don't want him to do that. I'm just saying he has the chops for it. He could do his own thing.
He has the chops to do an impression of the 10th Doctor, though. That's what you're saying. There's nothing here which is like screaming unique and could be his own Doctor.
I do see what you're saying, yeah, because you don't want him. No one wants a Doctor to come in and emulate another Doctor. Like that's just
exactly
boring and a waste of an incarnation, really.
Yeah.
So funny that 10 is 14, and it's just very, very amusing with this conversation. But
we'll talk.
So you don't think that he can?
I'm not casting Jonathan Bailey as Doctor Who.
Who are you casting? Gun to your head.
Michelle Yeoh.
What? Straight off the dome?
Off the dome. Yep.
You're so right. I would love to see.
No audition.
Yeah.
She's offered the part. You know.
If she wants it, I'd imagine it might be a downgrade from some of her stuff she's up for now.
That's why I said she's offered. She's not forced to do it.
No, she has to. There's a gun to her head as well.
She's offered the role, Lawrence. I don't have that power. Right? I do have the power to offer her the role, but not to force her to do it.
No, I understand. Well, that's the showrunners. It's the curse of the showrunner. You can offer, but they can say no.
It is.
I would love to know. Aren't
Russell.
Doctor Who kind of like typically quite private about like who has refused the role of the Doctor? Because thinking about it, I don't know anyone that's refused the role of the Doctor.
I don't know, to be honest.
Strange.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's probably all sorts of like fucking like NDAs and shit people have to sign when they audition.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, very true.
And people probably audition for it without even knowing what they're fucking auditioning for. Really.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Yeah,
Did you see those texts of Ncuti Gatwa sent to his agent? Like, I'd love to be the Doctor, and his agent texted him back like, "Well, the craziest fucking thing.
Yeah,
they're looking for one." So,
yeah,
great stuff. Anyway, Doctor Who time.
Yeah,
the nod. So the vault is still locked. So he died for fuck all, basically. Jonathan Bailey got himself kill himself buttoned for nothing because the door's still fucked.
Yeah, he teleported away for nothing.
Yeah, he's dead. He's very dead.
He's not. He teleported away.
We all know he's dead. We saw him die.
All right, good for him. Anyway, but then it opens up because there's a storm or whatever.
I've got words on this, right? But we'll talk about this later, right? So the Doctor scans the door panel. He's like, it's an atomic seal. It's unbreakable. But the architect would know that. So why is the architect being silly and... Like, there must be some logic behind this, and at this point, everyone understood what was going to happen. I don't know. I did. Did you? I'm sure you've seen it before, but
yeah. It's pretty. A lot of this episode is telegraphed. I feel like a lot of this feels quite heavily telegraphed, but that doesn't necessarily take away from the fun, really.
Yeah.
It is funny that this scene here, it's like a big reveal of that. It's not just a bank heist, it's a time heist. But the episode is literally called Time Heist. You know?
Whoa, this is surprising new information.
Whoa, I didn't see that one coming.
Maybe they thought they were getting us by like, the TARDIS isn't involved, the TARDIS is not here, they have to just do a regular thing without the TARDIS, but no.
Yeah,
you called it what you called it.
Yeah, you that's what you call the episode, brother. You know, naming something else. You know,
it's kind of a bad title as well. Do you think?
Nah, it's a bit of fun. Time Heist.
I suppose it is just fun. They're not going for anything deep and meaningful, are they?
No.
The self-sacrifice of the prisoners taken hostage to rob a bank or something.
That would be genuinely one of the worst fucking titles ever.
I reckon it'd be good. I reckon it'd be good, and me and Jonathan Bailey, who's the star of the show at this point, we'd make a good episode together.
I think your love of film has rotted your brain sometimes.
Why? What do you mean?
I don't know. I just think it's ruined certain parts of you. It's just completely decimated. Like, shit, I don't know.
I've moved stuff out of the way to watch more movies. I've removed important things of life I should know. The basically the Doctor works out that this storm, that the architect is from the future. This storm is fucking with the bank's systems or whatever. So the Doctor's like, they've sent us back to the exact moment when this door would have opened because of the storm being all fucked up and shit. And Clara's like, oh, okay, cool. And he's like, that explains the lack of TARDIS, because it would have been really hard to land the TARDIS because there was a storm. And I'm like, well,
this is all just very like fucking whatever, man. You know?
Like not some like fucking 6 or 7 episodes ago or whatever. You would land in the TARDIS somewhere where the TARDIS itself went, no, I'll die if I go there. Don't do that.
This is all just quite hand wavy, but whatever. Look, it's all timed perfectly, so the storm itself can open the vault or whatever.
Yeah,
the storm like it interrupts the systems, the security systems, so it can finally bypass it and they can open up the vault and get inside. And then they're inside a big vault. Good for them. They
get their stuff. We can breeze through some of this, right?
They get a little thing for a little hacker boy so he can get his memories or whatever. They get a little thing for a rogue girl so she can touch people or whatever.
And stuff and such.
Kiss and whatever and stuff. Gene suppressant and hacker whatever fucking shit. And then they go into another big vault. And then, is that where they see the clone lady?
No, they get caught. So how they get to the clone lady is the
the
Doctor's like, let's go over here, and the teller's like, no.
I don't know if I like the end of this episode. Actually, now that I'm thinking about this, I'm like, is this good? Because I don't think it is.
This bit is where it falls apart. I'll be honest, because the entire episode goes, if this thing even gets a fucking whiff of you, you're dead. Right?
Yeah.
Jonathan Bailey just quote unquote died to get this thing away from Clara, right?
Yeah.
And then apparently now if it like Jonathan Bailey is a sucker for dying 5 minutes ago when apparently they were just going to get teleported to the office to have a talking to. Like,
it is quite funny how the Doctor just rounds the corner and then he's face to face with the teller. And it's like, oh no! But then it just crossfades, and they're stood in the clone woman's, the regular normal woman's office, and it's like they're just getting a telling off in the principal's office.
It is like that, yeah.
What is happening? Why are we now doing this? What's going on?
I do like in this as well. She's like, look, it's nice to every now and again. It's nice to show the team some morale, right? Like we've got the spoonheads on our TVs as a way to motivate the team that we should always catch robbers or whatever. Like, firstly, who are these bootlicker teams that are like, oh, we must protect the rich's money so much that we're going to look and gawk at fucking spoonheads that we've carved out? Like,
kill them.
Yeah, kill them as well as all the cunts that use this bank. That's what I say.
Yeah.
But it is funny that the Doctor's like, oh, you've caught us. And she's like, never mind that. Do you know how much I'm terrified of my boss, by the way? Like, I'm like, I get it. Episode, please. I understand. I get it. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, so then she's like, now tell her, now you can get rid of them. Not earlier when you was in the vault with them. Now that you've brought them here to my office for some fucking reason.
Yeah, so that I can tell them off for 5 seconds. So I can tell them how much I hate my boss.
But then the guards are Robot Boy and Rogue Woman, so...
Yeah, they're not dead.
Great. Great. I like the... whatever, man. I don't give a shit. This is just...
You've fallen apart in the last bit.
It has. It really falls apart here for me, this episode. I think the first half of it is quite cool and fun, but once we get to this point, it's just...
it gets overly convoluted and a bit boring. I will admit.
Which I think is, to be fair, that's quite accurate to most heist movies.
Yeah, it always fall apart in the third act because the tension is always more interesting than the result.
Yeah, the reveal's never quite as exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
So yeah, right. So I do like the lady. She's disguised herself as a guard or whatever, and she's undoing the Doctor's handcuffs, and she's like, "You still haven't got it yet." I'm like, "Why the fuck would he? You're a genetic perfect copy of not you. Like, why would he just assume that the person he saw die was in fact you all along?"
That is true. Yeah.
So yeah, he says whatever his payment is, it's in the private vault, right? And they go into this fancy vault interior. It's got lots of statues.
But before that, they're just like, there's a shot of them like walking through another corridor together,
Yeah.
like with the vents and shit.
The same one as earlier.
The same one as earlier, and they're out with their guard uniforms. They're back in their regular clothes now, and it just feels like everything up until that point has just been fucking pointless.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It feels like so much. The whole thing with them just like sacrificing it. That all just feels for nothing now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's a lot of. I understand what they're going for because this is a genre play, right? They're experimenting with the tropes of a heist movie and stuff. And with a heist movie, there typically is a moment where like one of the team, a crucial member of the team, gets caught or kind of stowed away in a scenario where they're unusable. They're being interrogated or whatever,
and they'll self-sacrifice or something. Or, something will happen.
Yeah, and they kind of just it's a bit have your cake and eat it too in the end. I think this episode, but at the same time. I don't care that much. It's silly. It's a silly episode. It does really nothing for the characters. So it's just a fun adventure.
Anyway, they get to the private vault.
Yeah.
It's a big private vault where someone can hoard their wealth and live with their wealth and just be a dead rich kind of whatever.
Just sit in a fucking office and look at your cool stuff.
Like a fucking dragon. Great.
Yeah.
And it's the regular woman, clone woman.
Yeah. So this is it. Yes. She's like, hello, I'm this woman. And the doctor's like,
what a shit reveal, by the way. Like, is this big moment of like, oh, the Karabraxos, the owner of the bank, they're gonna turn around and we're gonna see who it is.
Yeah.
And it's just the woman from earlier.
Yeah.
The woman who's scared of her boss.
Yeah.
And then the reveal is they're all clones of her.
Yeah,
great, I guess.
It's a bit wet farty, right? But like, at this moment, I'll be honest, I knew that the Doctor was the architect because the episode is like, hey, what if the Doctor was the architect and you didn't know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing that I was expecting was for this chair to have the Doctor in it. And that the architect is somehow also the owner of this bank. Because that's kind of what happens. It's just through an extra step. The architect hires the Doctor. The owner of the bank hires the Doctor to be the architect.
I think expecting the Doctor to be the owner of the bank is a step too far. Like,
maybe, yeah.
A lot of weird, shady shit goes on here, you know? And he would have to just ignore that for quite some time.
Oh, no, maybe it was a fact that, like, this was how the bank fucking was run or whatever, and the Doctor is, like, I don't know, something about the Doctor is now in control. The owner of the bank is, like, already dispatched with or some shit. Like, I don't know, something that isn't just this woman again.
You're doing a lot of workarounds here, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'll leave it to Stephen with a VEN and PHEN to figure out a better solution for this.
Well, they didn't. All right.
No, they had their chance. They blew it, quite frankly.
Yeah. But yours is shit as well. Right? So.
Okay. Right, yeah. So basically, she clones herself to work in security departments, and she's like, who else would I trust? I'm like, well, they have autonomy. Like they hate you,
and clearly you don't trust them if you're regularly killing them. All right.
Hire people. Oh, but then that look, the rich don't look. It's a big play on everything. The rich don't give people jobs, right? Like
whatever. Look, she's cloning herself. All the clones like get disintegrated or fired or whatever.
The Doctor says you're a career break for the right therapist is a brilliant fucking line.
That's quite good. Well done, Doctor. You've done it. What happens? How does this wrap up?
He tells them to shut up. I want to mention it. It's the famous shut up, like that kind of thing.
Shut up. Something like that.
It was a bold move for someone that was correcting me, by the way.
What do you mean?
You cut over me to be like, here's the actual quote, and then you fucking bungled it.
I think it's shut up. Oh fuck! I don't know.
You've nailed it again.
Shut up. Which I think is a bit of a wink and a nod to the thick of it. I think because in the thick of it, I think he says "fuckity bye."
Oh, that feels like a very thick of it thing. I've never seen it, but I've seen all those clips.
Yeah, he says "fuckity bye" in the thick of it, I think.
That's so funny. That's good. Nice.
Anyway.
So anyway, this is when the Doctor's like, hang on, the face that you said about the face thing earlier, that was that line in the episode that was important about you not trusting someone with the same face as you. Because this woman doesn't trust their clones or whatever, and I'd hate me. I don't know. It doesn't say it like that, but he says something to that effect.
Fuck you on about? The fuck are you talking about?
He's walking around the room and he goes to Rogue like, hang on, earlier you fucking said that thing about never trusting someone with your own eyes. How could you?
I don't give a fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this woman, she like leaves or whatever.
He's like, here's my number. Call me. I'm a time traveler.
Yeah, he gives her his number, and she's like, yeah, you're gonna need this one day.
Yeah.
Call me. I'm a time traveler. Whatever.
Yeah.
So she fucks off.
Yep.
They find another teller thing in a vault. And by the way, they clearly only had one teller. Like,
it's his lovely wife or husband.
No, but there's only clearly one of them.
Yes.
Like, physically.
Yeah.
Because you only ever see one of them on screen together, apart from when they're walking off together, and it's clearly they've just like
They're
done it twice
CG'd or they're stitched in. Yeah, like
yeah. But whatever, sure. So the teller is a prisoner, and that's how they've kept it like fucking under their control, because they have another one. They're like, hey, do this work for us or we'll kill your teller wife or husband or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And then the teller's like, no, not my teller wife or husband. I love my teller wife or husband.
I'm always a sucker for this, right? I liked it in Solo when they do that job on the mines, the Kessel mines or whatever it is. Is that where it is?
Yes. Yeah, the spice mines of Kessel.
Yeah, and then Chewie's there on the job and he frees a Wookiee and he has that head touch with another Wookiee and they're like, cheers, Chewbacca, for being a great boy.
Yeah.
Great. I don't know. I'm always a big sucker for like a monster finds his little monster family and they have a little reunion. I always think it's a great little trope.
How dare you call Chewbacca a monster?
No, but he's a big thing, and he's a big freaky hairy thing.
No, hey, all right, you're a big freaky hairy thing.
That's true.
All
I'm
right?
6 foot, and I do have that hairy chest we spoke about.
You're not 6 foot.
Yeah. So he's like, fucking scan me or whatever. Tell her, fucking eat my brain. Let me show you what's going on here or something. Anyway, the woman's on her deathbed. And she's like, Doctor, I've got big regrets. What is her fucking regret here? I couldn't work out what the episode was trying to do with this.
I think she's just gotten old and just regretting. Like, the regretting, like, fucking what she did to the teller and all that shit.
Right, I see.
Because
it wasn't a bank heist, it was a rescue or something, yeah.
Yes, because it was the last of its species or whatever.
I'll be honest, it read way more to me, maybe just because this woman is utterly hateable in both forms that she's in. It read to me that she was like, Doctor, can you go back to the moment my bank blew up and then get all my stuff for me so I don't die poor and alone?
No, I don't think that's the intent at all. I think if Stephen Moffat was writing it in 2024, that would definitely be the fucking case. Or there'd be some irredeemable quality to the billionaire. But, this was 20 whatever. There was still hope for billionaires, I guess.
It definitely does feel a bit too optimistic, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
But which I guess is on brand, because the Doctor does keep telling Clara off for being pessimistic, I guess.
So look, point is, the Doctor is the architect.
Yeah.
He arranged all this, all through Carabraxos, I guess, which kind of adds a bit of a bootstrap element to the whole thing, but whatever, who fucking cares? Anyway, episode ends, they all get Chinese and then they go home.
I like that, they're having Chinese on the TARDIS. It's great.
Chinese is nice, yeah. I like the little joke the Doctor tells about the Leaning Tower of Pisa. He's like, I think he said he was speaking to Cesare Borgia about the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and he goes, it looks all right to me. He's just leaning into the slide.
Cesare Borgia did incest, Nathan.
Yeah, all the Borgias were famously a very incestuous family, although I think it was still incest regardless, but I think it was non-consensual.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So
it's the worst form of incest.
Yep.
So people think this might be a good TARDIS team. What are your thoughts?
The Trumps are kind of a modern day Borgias, kind of.
Are they all fucking each other?
Probably.
They look like they are.
Yeah, probably. What?
TARDIS team. You reckon this could be a good TARDIS team? It's no Nine Jack Rose.
Well, I don't think it was given the same sort of chance that Nine Jack Rose was,
Very true.
Nine Jack Rose had many episodes, so bring him back for another adventure. Spoiler alert, that won't happen. But, if they came back, I think it could have been a bit of fun,
Yeah, I do too.
This is ripe. I tell you what this is. This is ripe for them coming back for another adventure season later, and it isn't quite as good. Okay, case in point, Smithy.
Yeah. Oh, you're
you
so
know?
right. Yeah.
This is absolutely ripe for them coming back for next season, but it's not quite as good. You know?
They have that intent of like, hey, that was a fine enough episode. It didn't land for everyone. Let's come back and smash it a second time round, and they wish they never did.
Yeah.
Closing time was such dreck, wasn't it? That was piss dishwater fucking episode.
Yeah.
Oh
Look,
dear Lord.
it's good stuff.
It'll never happen again, like you said. Jonathan Bailey's already been cast as the next Doctor, so there's no chance.
I don't think he is. And if I have anything to do with it, he never fucking will be. All right. No, yeah. What is there anything else of note? Oh, I think the one thing of note I do want to end on is the Doctor takes Clara back home. She's getting ready for her date, and off they go. There's a nice little moment where Clara says to him, "Don't go robbing any banks," and he says, "Don't go robbing any banks." What? She just goes, "Without me," and then off she goes. That's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
But then the one thing I really like about this ending is you get a little peek at the Doctor's true intentions, the Doctor's true sort of feeling speaking out for a moment. He says, "Robbing a bank, beat that for a date," he says before flying off in the TARDIS. A little bit of jealousy poking out there from the Doctor.
I went, what? I rewound that shit, man. I had to hear that. That was, look, because it's the unsaid thing. It's the unspoken thing. It was spoken. I heard it with my ears. Oh,
it was spoken. He said it. He said the thing.
He did. He fancies it.
There we go. Hey.
And he's got better than Yoda is as well. He's always dropping poetry, man. Danny's got no fucking chance.
Peter Capaldi has unmatched levels of riz, okay? Both as himself and the Doctor.
Yeah, case in point, the flex of what you told me a couple of weeks back. I'm wearing my wedding ring.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I'm wearing my wedding ring. The Doctor's just got a ring on this finger. It's my wedding ring.
Deal with it, all right?
Great stuff, man. That's riz. That's what you want to say. So you want to come home to your wife. They tried to get rid of my wedding ring. I'm not going to let that happen.
So I punched them in the face.
I lost the job. We're no longer financially secure, but I've still got my wedding ring.
Anyway, that is that. Good stuff all around.
You're so right, Nathan. And this is this.
Weirdo of the Week! Weirdo.
I pulled that face that you're quizzical about because I realized it was me that pushed the button, and I always take that time to have a little sip of my drink because normally it's you that presses the button, so my drink sounds can be cut out. So I realized halfway through I'm having a drink right now, and then I stopped and tried to stay as very still as I could.
I think you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. This is everyone's favourite section of the show where we get to take a chance to look back and reflect on some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who come across our screens each and every week. Lawrence, who's your weirdo for this week?
Anyone that doesn't sign up to our Patreon, Nathan. That's who.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like it.
No, that's not it. I felt rude. That's begging for money. I didn't want to do it.
They can't anyway. It's not launched yet.
No, it's not launched. I'll do it in March. No, my weirdo is whoever designed the bank to be an impenetrable fortress that can't stand adverse weather conditions.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Literally crumbles to the ground, losing presumably fucking billions or trillions of people's money. And that, I'm fine with that, but listen, man, if you're a bank, the one thing you want to be able to do is stand up and not be broken into and not fall down because of a storm.
Does it lose any money?
Yeah, because she dies like I lost all my shit. Now she pockets all of her little trinkets before she gets into the transport and fucks off or whatever.
I don't know. I don't care.
Whatever. Yeah, I think it's implied to have lost people money. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
It also is like a once in a sort of lifetime storm as well. It's not like just an average Tuesday.
Well, it's gonna be it's in your lifetime. It's your problem, isn't it?
Fair enough.
What do you think?
Mine is anyone who's a billionaire and hoards wealth because fuck you. All right.
I mean, yeah. Where's the line?
Yeah,
I guess
just fucking. You know, I was listening to an episode of Do Go On recently, and the general topic of Elon Musk as a person came up.
I bet that was fun.
It was actually, and because Dave just went on this riff about how like he just kept on going like, what a fucking loser he is. Like, isn't it insane that the amount of money he has, and I feel sorry for him because because he's such a fucking loser.
That's so accurate, yeah. There is that weird, like, look, he's a fucking Nazi and fuck him, right? But like, there is that sense of pity. You look at him and you go like, you should be the happiest man on planet Earth, man. You're so deeply unhappy.
He's, I can't. First of all, I can't stand him, and I hope he fucking dies.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The second of all, he is just like every time I see any kind of footage of him and just whatever he's doing, I'm just like, you've got more money than anyone else on the planet, and this is how you're fucking acting. It's sad. It's embarrassing, frankly.
Yeah, it's what he's the your mate in a friend group that has like no jokes. Like when they crack a joke, there's a pity laugh. Like it's that kind of vibe every time you see him. You go like, none of your mates like you.
No one likes him.
Yeah, and they shouldn't, because again, Nazi.
Nazi, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope he dies. I hope he gets killed.
Yeah, same. Nathan, it is time for the audience to have their say. You got to do the what thing. It's the thing.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What?
I know. We bungled it. Whatever, it's fine. Look, if you're new, you can write into the show on the emails or on the Discord, link for which is in the show notes, to tell us your thoughts on the episode. We look through some, we pick some out, we read them on the show. Nathan, who's emailed us this week?
All right, here's an email from Tandia, who says, some thoughts and some thanks, brackets, I really hope this reaches you. Hello, boys, brackets, how do you open an email like this? I've been listening to your fantastic podcast for a while now. I'm not sure how long, but it was definitely before your Waters of Mars extravaganza.
Oh, wow.
And I've only just gathered the courage to write in for the first time. And I figured since you just started with my favourite Doctor, now was as good a time as any. Time Heist is a pretty decent episode in my opinion. To be honest, I don't have many negative thoughts to say, negative things to say on Doctor Who, apart from the obvious. It's one I'll go to if I just want to stick on some Doctor Who in the background, or one I'll point out whenever I inevitably get started on a list of famous people who have been in Doctor Who. Brackets, although Clara's outfit in this episode is definitely a highlight. Clara is one of my favourite companions and is probably the inspiration for me wanting to become a teacher. I'm currently applying to uni for drama to become a teacher. Oh, good luck with that. I love hearing your opinions every week. They give me hope while I struggle to navigate the treacherous seas that are friendship. Brackets, it gives me hope that a friendship as strong as yours does exist out there.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Nice. We don't often get many people recognizing that we're friends. So that's nice.
As we've said many a time, we're not always the show, Nathan and Lawrence, that you hear. We can be kind to one another too.
By the way, Lawrence, happy birthday.
Thanks, man. I was going to bring it up. It's my birthday. It's just ticked over.
It's crossed over to midnight. It's now officially your birthday. Happy birthday, Lawrence.
Thanks,
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 28 years old today.
You old cunt.
I know, I'm so old. I'm not as old as you.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
The vibe drop.
Fuck you. Anyway, knowing that there is a community out there as passionate about Doctor Who as I am, and is more than willing to talk about it for hours at a time, is incredibly comforting. I'm just happy there is somewhere I can put my silly little thoughts. So I just wanted to thank you so much for bringing this specific community together. Everyone who writes in is so cool, and all the opinions are valid and interesting. Brackets, except for the ones who take the side of the brown suit and the 910 TARDIS, they are obviously inferior. Very, very.
I wonder who that's directed at. Great stuff.
I'm so glad other people are of the opinion that Peter Capaldi deserved better. It makes me so sad that people started dropping off of the show when he started. Whilst Matt Smith will always be my Doctor because I grew up watching him, Peter Capaldi will always be my favourite, brackets, especially in the later series. So once again, thank you for the best and only podcast in the world. Much love, Tandia, last name redacted.
Nice. Sent
from my fantastic Alonzi Geronimo Clara.
Hang on. You can send a message on a Clara?
You can, indeed.
Nice.
Tandia just did it. So there we go. Thank you, Tandia. That was very, very sweet.
That was a very, very lovely email. Thank you so much for writing in. I will read out a thought from the Discord from a user named I Thought Everyone Had Heard. with a question mark.
Oh.
An interesting username. Also,
Indeed.
case in point, I clicked on the profile link just to find out if there was an actual name attached that I wasn't aware of. Right. And I found the one of your favorite Doctor Who quotes, the life is a pile of good things and bad things quote that you like so much.
I love that quote. I cried when I read it on the episode.
You did. It was actually probably the most touching the show has ever been, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anyway, they say, first time writing into the pod, this is one of my favorite episodes, not just based on its quality, but also because I'm a shill for a heist scenario. Jonathan Bailey and Jenna Coleman in one episode is a bisexual overload for me. Clara's outfit is impeccable, and bonus points for barely having Danny Pink in the episode. Thank you for all the episodes I've been able to binge whilst at work. Really makes Mondays a lot more bearable hearing you both squabble about this stupid sci-fi show. Oh, thank you very much for writing in. Yeah, we didn't speak about that a lot, but there is a lot of bisexual energy in this.
Yeah. Jonathan Bailey doesn't do it for me, if I'm being honest.
He's a proud gay man.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it for me specifically.
No, he has to.
Just because he's a proud gay man doesn't mean I'm attracted to him, Lawrence.
No.
I'm not attracted to every gay, all right?
Nathan, you don't understand how this works. Let me explain this to you, okay? You have
shut
to
the
be.
fuck up, okay? Don't you ever speak again, all right?
You have to be. It's how it goes, all right? Who else emailed us in? Thank you for writing in.
Thank you. I'm going to take your microphone away in a minute.
You paid for it.
This one is right. I did actually. I paid for your entire setup now that I think about it.
No, I
Happy
contributed.
birthday.
I contributed.
Happy birthday, I guess, you cunt. Anyway, this is from B. A word of thanks. Hi, this is my first time writing in, though I've been a fan for a little while now. In a fit of mawkish sentimentality, I just wanted to express how helpful I found your podcast over these few months. As someone who's struggled... What are you laughing for?
No, it's nice. It's nice. Lovely. I realised that was an odd reaction, but I was overcome with like, oh, that's really cute and nice. Thank you.
That was an odd reaction. Someone's been very sweet and you're just laughing at them.
You nerd.
You got a shit haircut, Lauren. Shut up. As someone who struggles with their mental health, it can be really hard for me to sit down and work. However, my brain, for some inscrutable reason, finds two men arguing about Doctor Who soothing. And even on the days where I get nothing done, I always feel a little better for having listened. Today, I found out that these hours of podcast listening have paid off because I received an offer from Cambridge University.
Holy shit.
That's like one of the big ones.
It's
hell.
better than our one.
Definitely. Of course, I'd have to actually achieve the grades to get in, and I don't anticipate stopping my listening spree anytime soon. In fact, I've developed a sort of Pavlovian response, an urge to do my Latin homework surfacing as soon as Lawrence's beautifully crafted intro begins. Oh, I don't know about that. It's also pretty good philosophy revision because you can essentially reduce all of that subject to two blokes going back and forth on a largely irrelevant topic. That is very true.
That's great.
I always believe that you should tell others when they've made your life better because most people only receive such praise after they die, in which case it's pretty redundant anyway. So yeah, thank you. Best wishes, B. P.S. 12th Doctor is my absolute favourite. That was genuinely lovely and seriously amazing news on getting an offer from Cambridge. That's unfathomable to me.
The fact that you've got an offer to Cambridge and you listen to this,
yeah,
I don't know if that makes me feel embarrassed because of my output into the world, that you feel you have something to gain from this.
Yeah, that's wild, man. That's fucking insane. But well done. Seriously, well done. And best of luck. Really hope you manage to get there and kill all those nerds at Cambridge or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And fuck it, that's very interesting about the philosophy thing. I'm just like, two cunts chatting shit about nothing, basically.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I like that.
That is great stuff. Thank you so much. This one comes in from Christina. While it's no second act of Avengers Endgame, I suppose this is one of the more traditionally heisty. If they'd only used this story in a slightly earlier series so that Karen Gillan could have taken part in 2 time heists, oh well. Still don't know why that guy's head got deflated though. Did they liquefy the top of his skull along with his brain? I'd argue it's more impressive to liquefy bones than brains, but nobody else seems to think so. For what it's worth, I greatly admire your bone liquidization powers, Teller.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we didn't really question how it works, but... you know,
Who cares? you
it
know?
does the job, doesn't it? Yeah.
There's a thing. He's got those weird things coming out of his head. You
Yeah,
know?
that's obviously that's how it works. Christina, you didn't see the things out the head?
So it is.
I forgot the second act of Avengers Endgame is this fucking random heist movie inside a big movie, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, they go and get the Tesseract from Avengers 2012, and then Thor has to go and steal something out of Natalie Portman's bum or something.
Yeah, they go back to they go back to all the old movies, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. When your lap hands free. And then oh no, that's Spider-Man. That's
Alt J. That's in Civil War.
That's in Civil War. And they recreated it in the Spider-Man that new cartoon that's come out.
The racist one.
The racist
You
one.
heard about this?
The show, yeah, I have. Yeah, the show's not really. Let me be clear. The show's not racist. All right, it's the actor who plays Spider-Man is like I didn't want it to be woke.
The night before release. The night before release, he's like, I'm so glad it wasn't any more of that woke garbage.
I will say what was. That's fucking awful, but I will say what was great was just the immediate fucking clowning of this guy and the memes that's
The Spider-Man Lotus meme.
Yeah, the Lotus memes.
It's just a word, Miles. Your people say it all the time.
Miles. There is something so funny about that Lotus meme picture and the caption. It's just a word, Miles. It's like that fucking. Have you seen that clip from Captain America Civil War where Steve is in the elevator and like all the guys get in and everything, and he's like looking suspiciously around at them, but one of them, you can like cut that scene in a certain way where he's just looking at like the black guy to his right and just giving him like a foul stare.
I had the exact same thought. I'm editing footage right now of Winter Soldier for Caravan of Garbage, right? And I had this exact scene of earlier, and I went, "That's fucking wild." That, like, in a nutshell, that scene is fucking hilarious.
You can clip that out and make it look fucking brutal.
He looks at a regular black guy and then just turns like, "Fucking hell."
Because the black guy is still undercover at that point. Like, yeah, he is about to attack him, but he's just like reading a paper or whatever, and Steve's there like,
yeah. This has ruined my day. Oh
it's
my god,
wild.
amazing.
Anyway, well done for racism.
Yeah, great stuff. Reopen 2588 says Heaven Sent is good, but if you put a gun to my head and told me to name a standalone 12 episode that I consider the best, I'd say it was this. Love the plot, love the premise, love the character interactions, just love it. Now, I haven't seen Heaven Sent, but
Have you not seen Heaven Sent at all?
Never.
Oh, you're fucking hell. I'm going to punch you.
I'm very interested in it, but obviously I'm now waiting until we get there. So
I'll tell you what, I'm very excited.
I'm very excited to watch it, but I know
you
that
better not be away having your baby when that comes up.
Oh, if I am, I'll come back. Baby can wait. It's fine. I hear it's a big one. I hear it's the one that like is universally considered an amazing episode.
You can't miss that one.
Yeah. Right. What do you think? If you had a gun to your head, what would you say? Because this is kind of like I would say it's a good to middling episode.
What was the question?
Well, not even a question, but like they've said, that if I had a gun to their head and they had to name a standalone 12 episode, this one's like up there, even though it's not maybe considered the best.
What, just to put on as a standalone?
No, consider the best.
Oh, just haven't said.
Okay.
Because it's the best. It's not only the best 12, it's just the best, full stop.
I don't know, man. You haven't seen School Reunion, so.
Fuck you and School Reunion, man. Anyway, this email is from Ari. Do I say a middle name? Do I not? You say it in the Discord, apparently, so that's okay, but I can't say it on here. Anyway, fuck you. This is product review, Still Got Legs mug. Hello, I ordered one Still Got Legs mug from your spring store, which recently arrived after some delays. I thought I would provide a review for this product. Shipping. Atrocious. This product arrived over a month late with no updated shipping estimate given after multiple attempts to reach customer service. I never received a tracking number, and just when I was getting ready to report it as a fraudulent transaction to my credit card company, it finally arrived in a strange unlabeled box. Print quality. Good. The image quality is sharp enough and the colors are vibrant. I like how the design stretches all the way around, handle to handle. The print is undamaged after being run under hot water with soap. Use Perfect. 10 out of 10. I have tested it, and this is a great receptacle for drinking tea out of. No notes. Ari. Ari is now provided 2 photos. One of, 3 photos. No, sorry. Yes, 3 photos. One of themselves with said mug, and then 2 of the mug in action.
In action. I've got to pull these up.
Well, I mean, it's just a picture of a mug, like being held, and I assume with a tea bag in it.
Okay. I was thinking that was a big crack.
No, I think it's a tea bag. Yeah. So yeah, that is the only mug, the only Still Got Legs mug that exists. Ari has one of one currently. So that's a collector's item, I guess.
Nice. Even we don't have we have Still Got Legs mugs, but they're the old ones.
No, you have a Still Got Legs mug.
Which you got me for my birthday.
Which I got you for your birthday last year.
Yeah.
No, I think it was Christmas last year.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Year before last Christmas. Because I got you that and another Happy Pod one. Rest in peace. Yeah. But that's like literally just the diamond logo.
Yes,
There's nothing else on it. It doesn't have like the space print or anything like that. This is something I set up kind of just as a test to see if the spring store would be like a viable option. And I didn't even tell anyone about it. I only once someone asked, I put the link in the Discord, and I guess Ari then bought one. And by the way, Spring have not told us that we have sold this mug. Okay?
Yeah.
They at no point have Spring said, hey, you sold a mug, here's the money for that. Nothing. Okay.
So I guess it's not that company we're gonna use.
So we've made nothing of that mug. So well done, Ari. You have that mug, I guess. And well done to Spring for making whatever fucking money you made off it. We got fuck all for it.
That's outrageous by them.
Yeah, that's great. So we probably won't be using that one going forward.
Yeah, I would think not, maybe. But there you go.
Yeah.
Also, if you're thinking of signing up to the Patreon, there's the honest review of the shipping process, I guess. If we
it would
we
be
won't use this
different.
company,
Yeah, we're fucking not using that. All right. I think what we're gonna have to do is just go through an actual like a company like Vistaprint or some shit like that.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Actually get the mugs in bulk ish, and then just ship them out or whatever individually. But I don't know. We got to figure it out.
We do.
Hey, there we go.
There we go. That's for us to do.
Yeah.
All right, I've got one more to read out, and then we are closing out the show. Nat writes in and says, this episode is bisexual panic in the best way, but the plot is very mid. There's a lot of potential with a premise and interesting futuristic side characters who actually seem like they're from the future, but by the end of it, it all feels like it was all a bit wasted. At least we had Clara's queer AF fit and Jonathan Bailey's eye candy to feast upon.
Yeah, very true. I will say, P.S. also said, Clara's outfit is so good it makes me want to jump off a fucking bridge. Same, brother. Same.
Succinct to the point. I like it.
Succinct to the point.
And that's right, though. We didn't really speak about this. They actually do feel quite futuristic, these characters. They're not just two randos.
Yeah.
I like the idea that it's kind of weaved into who they are. This mutant has the ability that's actually stuck with them and formed them as a character, and Jonathan Bailey has a past where he's deleted his family and shit, and that's affecting him. It's kind of cool.
I'll be honest, I don't get the Jonathan Bailey thing. I don't get it.
You don't get. Well, I think you need to experience. I think you need to branch out.
I don't understand the appeal really so far. I've seen him in this. I've seen him in Wicked. I've seen him in Broadchurch. Largely underwhelmed on all 3 occasions.
I would say if you don't get the Jonathan Bailey thing in Wicked, that's like
he hardly does anything in Wicked.
I understand, but that's just the character of Fierro. He's not got a fucking lot to do in the first half of Wicked.
Well, how am I going to be massively charmed by some cunt who doesn't have a lot to do?
Because of that quiff.
Fuck off with his
Because
quiff,
of that
man.
quiff and his dancing abilities, Nathan. He's a great charismatic man.
He hardly does anything. The fucking goat danced more than him.
You don't like his flirting with Ariana Grande through that sign or whatever?
Nah. Doesn't he fucking end up with Elphaba anyway?
I'm not telling you nothing.
He's a scarecrow, isn't he?
I'm not telling you nothing.
And they're like, you're creeping around. You're practically made of straw.
Oh, come on.
Oh, well done.
Yeah,
right.
maybe, but come on. Stop now.
I know he's a scarecrow.
Well, I didn't want to tell you. I know he's
know.
not. If anyone's listening, he's not a scarecrow, actually.
Yeah, people might be listening.
Yeah, rogue spoilers for Wicked, by the way.
Rogue spoilers for Wicked Part 2.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening. If you've enjoyed the show, you can give us...
Something has changed within me. Something... Get ready for a rich baritone.
I was going to say Elphaba's become a male opera singer.
Yes, performing Defying Gravity. Something is not the same.
Oh no, the Go Compare man has been spray painted green.
Excuse me, he's a tenor, okay?
Oh,
I'm a rich baritone, okay?
All right, my apologies.
I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's
that's very baritone.
game. Too long
What would I be?
I can't.
Thank you very much for listening. If you've enjoyed the show, give us a little 5-star review. That would be so cool. You can follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok at StillGotLegsPod. If you want to share your thoughts on each episode, the link to join the Discord is in the show notes, or you can email us at stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com. And it's time.
Excuse me, Lawrence.
Yep.
May I say, I do just want to say, just give a quick plug to the Discord, because we always say join the Discord, but I don't think we actually say enough about what kind of shit is going on in there, because it is genuinely quite fun, and there's quite a lot of stuff going on. I feel like it's a great little community of fucking weird autistic nerds that we've built, who all have found comfort and a little sense of community with each other, which is great. And there is always like events and shit going on. There's regular movie nights that are happening. There's always like the Spotify jams which happen.
Not even us,
currently,
by the way. Like these are just organized apropos of nothing.
Yeah. The community themselves organize this, which is great. I think there's an Among Us night coming up where people are going to get together and play Among Us.
Amazing.
There's a PowerPoint night which is being planned where people are putting together just PowerPoints to show each other about stuff they like and find interesting.
That's awesome.
Which is fucking amazing. At one point there was diss tracks being thrown around, which is just wild. It's great stuff. Come and join the community. You can interact as much or as little as you want. There's absolutely no pressure, but it is just a great place to be if you're just looking for some, for some friendship, someone to talk to, some people who share some great interests and some similar interests. It's a really fun, friendly space over there. So yeah,
supportive space as well, by the way. Like, they're not to be too serious about it, but there are some people that, like, when they're going through stuff, they do find it quite helpful to chat to people in a special space specifically for some more serious conversations and topics. So yeah,
everyone is very friendly.
Yeah,
and if you're not, you get kicked out. So
yeah, we kind of do have a zero. We haven't had to boot anyone, but we have had a zero tolerance policy on, like, hey, if you're a prick, like, just get fucked.
Yeah,
it's that simple. Join the Discord, man. It'd be cool. It'd be very, very cool. No diagnosis needed. You don't need to be autistic or gay. I'm not. It's fine.
I will say, you're like getting close to being kicked out. It looks like there's a Scooby-Doo movie night coming up on February the 14th for Valentine's Day itself.
Scooby-Doo.
So, Scooby-Doo.
Is that inherently intrinsically linked to Valentine's Day?
I don't know, man, but there it is.
Nice.
So there you are. And there is the PowerPoint night is coming up later in the month as well.
That is fucking hilarious. PowerPoint night.
Get involved.
Get involved.
I might do one. I might make a PowerPoint.
What would you make a PowerPoint about?
About you being a cunt.
What's the slides?
Maybe our time at uni. I'll give him a PowerPoint of our time at uni, and I could just show all kinds of photos from them. Really.
Actually, can I approve these photos before they go into the ether?
No, you can't.
All right, fine, but then I get to do one with photos of you.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Oh, I don't like it. All right, big thank yous. Thank you to Nina for managing the short form content, as well as marshalling the Discord alongside Melina, and of course our head honcho Pierce. If you do feel so inclined, we have a Ko-Fi link, or you can go fuck that. I'd much rather join the Discord. No, I'd much rather join the Patreon in a month.
You can't now. You can join the Discord now. You can join the Patreon in March. So
yeah.
So I'm hold on to your money. Save it. All right.
Yeah. Whatever you were gonna put on the Ko-Fi, if you were gonna do it.
Yeah. Don't do it. Don't worry about it.
Put it in a little piggy bank fund. Open a new group or savings pot in your bank app.
Open a little savings pot in your Monzo banking app.
Yeah, and hope Monzo HQ isn't struck by adverse weather and crumbles overnight.
Yeah. You never know.
You do never know. Nathan, for the time being, we have 2 podcasts. Would you like to talk about the other one?
We do have 2 podcasts. One of them is sadly coming to an end. We've got 4 episodes left of Another Happy Pod, which is our pop culture podcast where we get together to discuss basically movies for the remainder of its life. This coming week, we will be discussing the works of George Miller, or 2 of them at least.
2 specific works of George Miller.
And we will be deciding once and for all, what is George Miller's true masterpiece? Is it Mad Max Fury Road, or is it Happy Feet? The answer is Happy Feet, by the way. But we'll see. All right, we'll see and decide.
Much to discuss. Go ahead, go and have a little listen to that when it comes out. But in the meantime, thank you so much for listening. We will see you next Monday at 10 a.m. Stay beautiful, stay lovely, stay, I don't know, Nathan, what should the people stay?
They should stay true to themselves and kill any fucking billionaires they come across. Love you.